launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
Talk to a girl's top 5
That's
podcast.
right. That's what I heard. She's having a lot of success.
She's up there.
All you got to do is get caught on camera talking about how you... and then you get your own podcast worth millions of dollars.
If only they had a word for that little sound effect you made. Oh, they do. Hawk to it.
Hawk to it.
That's what they did.
That's right.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
Numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Was my best. It is
Right.
Wild Card Wednesday. Yeah. Yes, what does that mean?
Yes.
That means extra stupid today. Extra stupid.
As much as we can do. We want it to be stupid today.
Please do tweet us, X us, at Man and Bone 971. And also head over to the Blue Sky Car Wash if you want. We're not on there, but maybe
there.
one day.
I'm on there. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just degenerate T-Bone on Blue Sky. Go find me.
Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. On campus, all the news and notes you need coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer in the 5 o'clock hour. Cavs suffered their first loss of the season last night in Boston. Bone?
I watched the whole thing.
Well, I tried. I tuned in. I had good intentions because you know me in the NBA, we don't get along.
I know.
Big matchup, Cavs 15-0, playing the champs. I'm watching. I turn it on. I got to tell you, man, I'm going to sound like I'm a million years old, and I don't care. That floor color was giving me a seizure. I couldn't take it.
Really?
I tried. I sat there for like 5 minutes. I said, I'll get used to it. I couldn't get used to it. It was burning my retinas.
I mean, it is very green, and I'm not against a bright, loud color. I like a loud color.
That's too loud.
No,
it's
but
too much.
Yeah, it didn't cause me to not be able to watch the game because I did get used to it.
My rods and cones are all messed up.
Imagine if you had to play on it. You imagine you just look down at your feet and that's what you see?
No.
Oh, my gosh. You have like a glow. Everybody looked like the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever. Wicked Witch of the East? Which one was the one
Wicked Witch of the West.
Who died?
Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh. No, but who got smashed by the house in Wizard of Oz?
Wicked Witch of the West.
So then who was the lady that came in and was
I
like,
don't know.
I'll get you, my pretty.
That's right. I don't know. That's right, because I forget that was the sister.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who
then
cares?
the monkeys flew around. And
Yeah. That's a weird movie. But you know what? It brought us Technicolor. First thing that ever was done.
Can you imagine?
No.
Like the first time people saw that?
No. Like they had to be running out in the streets just screaming.
Just like the first time they went to, I think the first movie with sound was The Jazz Singer.
Okay.
I think that was the first talkie.
What were they doing?
As they call them.
What happened in The Jazz Singer? Was it just someone playing music and that was it?
I have no idea. I didn't see it.
Okay.
But if you went to the movies and you saw that, now clearly you know what you're going into. They advertised it as, hey, you're going to hear people's voices for the first time.
Yeah.
But what a trip that must be to sit down. It's almost like, look, we have 3D, right?
Yeah.
But what if, like, Iron Man's hand just jumped out of the screen and slapped you right in the face? We wouldn't be used to that.
Or like if you're watching something on TV and all of a sudden you can smell what they're cooking. Like The Rock.
Oh.
Like it's Rockovision. Just you smell what they're cooking on TV? I absolutely do. Thank you, Rock. I presume he will bring us the technology.
They hand it to you.
Yes.
Like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. There's a little apparatus that you plug into your TV and then food appears.
Yeah, I like it. I want that. Why do we have to have, what is our future? We didn't get flying cars. Those have never happened. We didn't get we kind of have jetpacks. There are people that have them, but they're super dangerous.
They're not readily available.
No, they're not commercially like a normal thing regular people have. And then we didn't get that. We didn't get the Taste-O-Vision where you can just eat the food off a TV.
Got the Cybertruck, though.
That wasn't predicted by anybody.
The look of it, I think.
Was it?
I think when people thought about vehicles of the future, It was something like that.
Why is that what they thought it would look?
And
it looks disgusting.
It looked stupid then, and it looks stupid now. I see him out there now, though.
I've seen him a lot
we are probably being heard.
I'm sure we
in
are.
a Cybertruck right now.
By the way, I just want to say it's not about it being the Cybertruck that I don't like it. I don't like how a lot of cars look. If you ask my opinion, I will tell you all the different cars I think look stupid. That's just one that it stands out. It's not my style, right? I'm also not a big fan of most SUVs, just for what it's worth. But yeah, that's the one that the SUVs all look the same to me. That thing clearly looks different. I'll give you that.
People want to stand out.
You can't miss it. I know, but just get like a yellow car if you want to stand out. Get
Cybertruck.
I've seen the people who are posting like that it's a little tough to get like the windows scraped because it's so big and you can't really reach like the middle of it because it doesn't have a curve to it. It's almost like it wasn't designed for anyone but the guy who designed it.
Well, whatever. I mean, look, you've got the cash. Do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't care. However, I think they're stupid. But that's not me saying, yeah, I think you're stupid too.
No.
No. I am saying that. I changed my mind. Yes, I think you're stupid for buying one because I think they're stupid.
I want to say that a Pontiac Aztek looks hideous and ridiculous.
Stupid.
Yeah.
The Mercedes Heil. That looks stupid.
What's that?
What's that? The G-Wagon.
Oh, so the G-Wagon. That's what it's called.
No, I call it the Heil because it looks like what Hitler was driving around. Anyway.
I didn't know what it was called. Yeah, those things, I've never understood those. I saw one the other day, and I just am sitting behind it going...
And they're very expensive,
and that costs like, $200,000-$300,000. And I'm just sitting there going, whatever, man.
$300,000, but...
Well, it's
expensive.
It's more than it should be.
But I'm going to stick up for you, Cybertruck owners. Okay. So I saw one in a parking lot the other day, and this family was walking past it, right? And they say, hey, let's take some pictures. And they're putting their kids on top of the hood of the thing. That's not your car.
No.
You don't do that. What are we doing here?
No, that, again, whether I think your car looks awesome or not.
It doesn't matter. That's somebody's car.
I've seen that. There's a guy on Instagram who has like a really souped up, I forget if it's like a Scat Pack Charger or something like that. He's got like some really nice car. And it's got a big motor in it. It's very loud. He's got the exhaust done, but it looks cool. He's got all the ground effects on it. It's cool. So people come up to this car and they do that. They lean on it. They take pictures with it.
That's somebody's car.
He's got a remote starter on it. So that's what he'll do is like he'll be standing a little bit away from it. He'll see people Instagramming themselves onto his car and then he'll just start it up and they all freak out and run away. And it's quite hilarious. So yeah, that should happen. Do not climb on people's cars. That's stupid.
All right, Cavs lose. They were down by a lot, but then came back. That's my expert analysis.
Let me just say this. If you're going to lose the streak, if it's going to break, you lost by 3 on the road
to the
after being
champs.
down 21 to the champs without like any wing players, basically. And one of your better players, Darius Garland, going 3 for $1 billion. So, yeah, assuming he can get into like double figures the next time you play, I think the Cavs will be all right. I'd love to see them play a 7-game series with the Celtics. I think they'd be okay.
Buckeye Hoops beat Evansville by 50 last night.
Destroyed them.
I did not see it because I do not have the Big Ten Plus.
No, I don't either, but...
I know I can get it. I didn't want to.
I'm going to say that we didn't learn anything from that game other than Evansville no longer wears sleeves. Are you aware of this?
What?
Yeah, Timmy Hall tweeted this out. They were a team that for a while in the early 90s, they wore jerseys that had sleeves. Like, not like when the Cavs were doing it with LeBron and that was like a thing in the NBA. This was when no one was wearing sleeve jerseys at all. They had like, it looked like a warm-up top almost.
You know what I think the Buckeyes should do?
What's that?
Turtleneck.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? No one's ever done it.
Because it's hot? It would suck if you had to shoot in a long-sleeve turtleneck? I don't know.
Maybe you intimidate them. Maybe the opponent's like, oh, my God, look at these guys. They're in turtlenecks. We don't know how to play against this.
Well, when I was in high school, I played for a little tiny Christian school, and our Christian school played other little tiny private schools around the area, and one of them we played was a Mennonite school called Shekinah. Actually, believe it or not, Shekinah has a channel on YouTube where they have some of these old games. If you look hard enough, you can find one of my old games against them. You can see me banging.
He's the one that still looks bald somehow as a 17-year-old.
But they, because of their religious beliefs, let them live. They did not wear shorts. I don't know if they do now. They wore pants. And let me tell you, that did not intimidate us at all.
I see.
If anything, it made us overconfident. And then you know what happened? they kicked our ass.
Well, there you go. That's what I mean.
No, because we thought, like, these losers wearing their pants, what a silly thing that is. Because, again, we were religious, so I don't know why we thought it was okay to judge someone else's religion, but that's what we were all doing.
It's the same religion.
Okay, my point is, well, it's a version of it that's different.
Same.
You understand what I'm saying?
You believe in the guy?
Yeah.
You believe the guy died and then came back to life?
Yeah.
Same damn religion.
Right. So what I'm saying is the pants part was different than us. So we were like, these guys can't play. And then they all were like Steve Kerr in the 90s. Just there's a bunch of that. Just every time you went down the court, it was like, oh, another three. Oh, another great deep. Like they were all 3-and-D guys. They were all tremendous. They could all play in the NBA these days. I'm convinced.
All right. Buckeyes getting ready for Indiana. Seth McLaughlin tears his Achilles in practice.
Oh, yeah.
He's out for the season. So I saw that last night. That was, yes, of course it's rough. Does that mean the season's over? No. But that just means your job gets more difficult.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's one of those types of things. I was talking about this actually with Tom Tuberville today on 10 TV Plus.
Hey!
Yeah. But we were having a little discussion about this. And my takeaway from this is silver lining thing. Obviously, losing your center is tough. It is as big of a deal to me as losing, a star wide receiver, a star running back. Maybe outside of losing your starting quarterback, it's the next biggest thing you can lose, right, is your starting center. However, you have guys that have played on this position before. You have guys that can do the job. I think it's one of those things where you overcome that, you get through this game. Hopefully you can still beat Indiana. And not because of losing him or whatever. I'm just saying because Indiana's going to be a tough out, I believe. But let's say you get that done, gives you the confidence then going into Michigan week to say, all right, we overcame that. Something else happens in this game. We'll overcome it. These are the type of things, if you're going to win a championship, you have to find a way to do. And, of course, the comparison everyone rightfully so can make is Ohio State overcame losing 2 starting quarterbacks in the year they won a national championship in 2015. So what
you're saying is we need to find center Cardale Jones.
Maybe that's what we already have. Maybe he's already on the roster. How do you know?
I'll tell you, at this point, Cardale could play a little center.
Okay.
He was beefy as a player, but he's super beefy now.
That's fine.
Put him in the trenches.
Let him live. I'm not judging. I'm going to be like,
he's got some eligibility.
Did you see that guy up in Cleveland? There was he was ripping on DeJuan Jones, the dude who the big fat guy that left the radio station. Adam the Bull. Yeah, Adam the Bull, whatever his name is. Bowl of chili. That dude. He was sitting there talking about DeJuan Jones today.
What was he saying?
He was talking about him like, oh, man, this guy, he broke his leg. He's out for the year. And he's like, yeah, and this guy, he's got, I don't know if he has an eating problem or what, but he's just going to get super fat. Can't count on him. And I'm like, are you seeing yourself? Like, I'm seeing myself.
Well, maybe he's saying
super fat.
Maybe he's saying, as a fat guy, I can spot another fat guy in the making, and he's going to be one of them.
You know what I'm going to say? You're not a super fat guy who's also getting paid millions of dollars to play professional football, so shut the F up. Maybe that. I don't know what the hell was going on with that up there in Cleveland. It's unhinged.
Adam the Bull is part of the Tegna family, isn't he?
Good. He's got my email. Send me an email, buddy, if you got a problem with it.
Catch me outside.
You know where I am.
Catch me outside. All right, playoff rankings. We'll share them with you. Or you probably know them already. We'll talk about them with you. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on westbound 70 on the east side after Miller Avenue. And we have another slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right shoulder on southbound 315 after King Avenue. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Black Friday is here at your local Ram dealer, where right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $479 a month for 42 months with $3,859 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 12/2/24.
Snip, tuck, fold, crease, tuck, tape.
It's not that complicated, Dad.
Wrap, crease, tape, twist, tape.
Ohio Lottery scratch offs make great holiday gifts. And play Holiday Bonus Millions with a 200 times multiplier and a $2 million top prize.
Fold, crinkle, crinkle, roll.
Plus, you can enter non-winning tickets in My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win up to 1,000 times the price of your ticket.
Please crinkle, gate, fold, rim, curl, scrunch.
The best part, Dad? No wrapping required.
No tuck, fold?
No tuck, fold.
Give the gift of fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and condition regulations. Play responsibly.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Here, care is where you need it. With over 350 primary care providers in Central Ohio, expert care is minutes away. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com.
Leaves changing in the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. Protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV?
They're here.
Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese three-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese three-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Have you tried all the great new food at Ohio Stadium? Each home game, the Levy Culinary Team creates a burger named after the opponent. Taste the competition burger. This Saturday will feature the Indiana Italian Burger, a fresh beef patty, topped with house-made marinara, giardiniera, herb ricotta, and finished with roasted mushrooms, bacon, and cheddar. Try the Indiana Italian Burger at the Taste the Competition burger carts at Section 8 on A deck and Section 12 on C deck on game day.
A single cloud can weigh 550 tons. A sports car fits inside a hippo's mouth. NJM Insurance puts policyholders first. Seems unbelievable, but it's all true and approved by legal. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com for a quote.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Tracking showers this afternoon. Rain is likely between about lunchtime and 4 p.m. We have a cold front rolling on through. We're going to see some very gusty winds this afternoon, along with temperatures much colder by the later half of the day. Rain and snow showers expected tomorrow. Much colder highs in the 30s. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
It's Wild Card Wednesday. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. First, playoff rankings released last night. Top 5 unchanged. Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Texas 3, Penn State 4, Indiana 5. Then it's Notre Dame up 2 spots to 6. Alabama up 3 spots to 7. Miami up a spot to 8. Ole Miss up 2 spots to 9. Georgia up 2 spots to 10. Tennessee down 4 spots, but still alive at number 11. And Boise State up a spot to 12.
Now, technically, I believe they would be out with Tennessee because if BYU, who is at 14.
That's correct. BYU is 14.
If BYU wins the Big 12, which, I mean, they very well may.
I keep forgetting they're in the Big 12.
I know. Everybody. Yeah, we all do. But if that happens, then they would be in, and then that probably bumps Tennessee. And then everyone who lives, I guess, south of and including Cincinnati is just going to lose their minds because – no, not Tennessee. We can't have a 2-loss Tennessee team possibly not be in the playoffs, even though you would have still at least 2-loss, possibly more Alabama, 2-loss Ole Miss, 2-loss Georgia.
And, of course, playing in the championship game, the conference championship game is a curse.
Oh,
we learned that from Kirby Smart.
Yeah. It boggles my mind the way that the pretzeling of the Southern brain has to happen around like college football.
Man, you're preaching to the choir, buddy.
I'm just saying with this whole system, but you know what? I will say it's not even related to just being like an SEC fan. Was it Joey Galloway that I heard saying
Joey Galloway's out of his damn mind.
Where he said like, but again, think about what he's saying. You're right. He's out of his mind.
He's out of his damn mind.
He's basically saying if you don't play your starting quarterback and you lose one game, and you could say, well, we didn't have our starting quarterback. He couldn't play. He's hurt, let's say. Then they'd have one loss to Ohio State without their starting quarterback. They wouldn't be in the Big Ten championship game. They would then sit there, win their game against Purdue most likely, and they'd have one loss being in the top 5 as they currently are. They probably wouldn't fall too far. They'd probably have a decent shot. It's silly, but you know what? This is where we're at with college football is everyone's trying to maneuver around this weird system where you have a bunch of bureaucrats who sit in a hotel in wherever, Texas, and they decide on who's going to go and who's not going to based on criteria that changes every single week. So in one little small way, I understand what he was saying there is, you know what? If we're just gaming the system, you had a Florida State team last year that went undefeated and they didn't get in. Because they said, well, yeah, but they lost a starting quarterback. They went undefeated in the ACC. Didn't matter. Quarterback's out. Can't let them in. So who knows what kind of insanity we're going to be in for this year. You might as well start trying to game the system if you're a team that you think is not going to be able to win the game. Where he's wrong is that he apparently thinks Indiana has no shot to win this game. I don't feel that way. I think Indiana has as good of a shot as any time they ever had to beat Ohio State.
It is their biggest football game in program history. Do you argue with that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the last time they were favored over like Michigan when they played them prior to this year was 1968. They've never had a matchup where they've played a top 5 team and they've also been a top 5 team. So yeah, it has to be your biggest game you've ever had. Of course you want your guy out there.
Wild Card Wednesday. All right, from the burner. This is from Ben in Worthington. Back when I was banging, every sports radio show spent a good portion of their segments taking calls from listeners. This seems to have almost completely gone away. When did this stop and why? Well, in some markets, people still do that. I mean, Paul Feinbaum just sits there, says hello.
Yeah.
And then the hillbillies sort of run the show.
They do it up in Cleveland, too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those shows up in Cleveland, that's like that's their main identity of their show is just let the callers call in.
It was never really my preference. I didn't enjoy it. And so I can only speak for myself. I decided, years back, probably about, 10 years ago now?
It's been a while, yeah.
Let's just try this out and let's see if people respond to it. And the reality is when we stopped taking calls, the ratings went up.
Yeah.
People listened longer. The ratings went up. It's funny to say this because we're the guys who sit here and play fart sounds and yell about porn pads and stuff like that. It makes our job harder.
It does.
Because we can't just say, hey, Joe. And then Joe says something stupid for a minute and we come on and we respond to his stupid thing. It makes our job more difficult, but I think it makes the show better.
I will just add that when I worked in Dayton, that was one of my jobs where you learn how to do things in this business by watching others. And I had a guy that I worked for there who his entire show, 4-hour show, 3 to 7 p.m. on 980 WONE, This guy would literally, he would read the newspaper for the first 15 minutes. And by that, I mean just tell you the sports headlines of the day and just kind of, well, and then that happened. Yeah, and then this happened. And, well, they're saying here, this guy's out for 3 weeks. Well, what do you think of that? And he'd give the phone number like 1 billion times. Come back from the first commercial break. The next thing we would do, open up, he would take the first caller, talk to that dude for 10 minutes, and then talk to the next guy and the next guy. And it was just 4 hours of rolling calls. And I'm not trying to like belittle the guy or anything. It got the worst ratings of anything I've ever been involved with. And I said, I will never do this. Like, not that I was against totally taking calls, but this guy just let his whole show be run by whatever the callers wanted to say. And I felt like that wasn't doing your job as a radio host. You should be able to at least present some topics, have something interesting to say. And then, yeah, if you want to add in calls, that's great.
Well, we have interaction in different ways. I have this burner phone. We have Twitter. There's other ways you can communicate with the show.
Yeah, I feel like we communicate more in some ways with the audience than the shows that take calls, because I'm looking at a YouTube chat that's live information right now.
That's
that people
right.
are chatting with us. We have Twitter that's up. You can always tweet us there. And then, like you said, you got the text messages coming in. You can get those anytime you want. What we don't do is, for the listeners, we want to make sure that what you're hearing on the radio is something you actually want to hear. And we don't always have control of that. If a caller calls in and then just decides to go on for 3 minutes and can't stop them.
We just lost our Frisch's here in Lancaster. It made me think about the Big Boy statue. If you could choose one fan personality to make a caricature statue of to place outside the building, who would it be? I think Timmy is the best choice because all you really have to do is get a Big Boy statue and slap some glasses and a Commander's jersey on it.
But he doesn't have the body of a big boy.
No, he's not chunky like the Big Boy.
He's not chunky like that.
But he has the boyish face and features.
He does have the boyish face. Although, Beam might actually, Beam has a little bit more of the boyish face.
Beam is like the New Year's Eve baby.
Yeah. You could do that too. I'm trying to think who else I would want to get a statue of.
Well, who best represents what we do? I say you.
No. What do you mean?
Big jolly guy with a beard?
Yeah, but does that represent what we do all the time?
You're welcoming?
Everyone else here is thinner than me.
So what does that have to do with it?
How would I represent what we do here?
First of all, people trust fat people. All right?
That's good.
I know I do.
I'm glad that you do.
I don't want a skinny chef. I want a fat chef. Because a skinny chef, I've seen these people. They're like wafer thin. Then they make this food. It's like, oh, this is so wonderful. Well, of course you think it's wonderful. You've had a Triscuit all day.
Yeah, you've been eating kale for your entire life, right?
But if I got a real big fat guy cooking me a meal, I know. Well, if he thinks it's good.
Right.
He ate already 4,000 calories today, and it's before noon.
Yeah.
So if he's willing to sit down and eat this and serve it to me, I know it's good.
I think fat guys are not trusted, though, in a few places. One of them is if you're in an enclosed space and someone rips ass, then you're not trusted because people are like, it had to be that fat dude
I don't know if that's the case.
That's what I feel.
Hey, in just about a month's time, we're letting a fat guy just come in the house and leave us gifts.
That's right. That's fair. He's a jolly old St. Nick.
If you saw like a skinny guy in your house, you'd call the police in 2 seconds.
But what I'm saying is if you were in an elevator with Santa Claus and then a bunch of regular people and it suddenly smelled like a wasteland, like a dumpster.
Santa Claus doesn't rip ass.
People would be like, I think Santa just farted.
No, if he does rip ass, it smells good.
It
smells
should.
Like gingerbread or something.
I'm telling you, he'd still get. That's right. It's like it's chamomile tea. It just smells wonderful.
You know, I was inspired today. I was inspired because Buckeyes are playing Indiana, huge game, and so I decided to be creative. I will share that creativity with you coming up next. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after Sawmill Road. And you're going to run into some slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the east side after Miller Avenue. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L-certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
To Central Ohioans, fall means one thing, football. At Sears Heating and Cooling, fall also means one thing, furnaces. We're not plumbers or electricians. Nope. For 74 years, we've been your Central Ohio heating and cooling experts. Need an electrician or plumber? We'll gladly give you a referral, but we won't pretend to be your one-stop shop for all the trades. We're HVAC experts, and our mission is to provide the highest quality service at the best possible price. That's the local advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears Heating and Cooling. Online at SearsHeatingCooling.com.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
Oh, for someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Would you believe that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people? Or that a single cloud can weigh 550 tons or more? Sounds fake, right? How about an insurance company that actually treats you right? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. NJM Insurance is proud to put policyholders first. And they don't use jingles or mascots either. Don't believe me? Well, guess what? Everything in this commercial is true and approved by the legal department. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than Common Man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
Mike, there's a little bit of breaking news coming from the world of college football.
What's the news?
Well, Central Michigan, you might remember, had a little issue where last year it was found that someone who very closely resembled Connor Stalions, the Michigan staffer, who, of course, was involved in their massive cheating scandal that won them a national championship. Anyway, he was on their sidelines for a game, wasn't supposed to be there. Now, the school has said, we don't know if it was him. Everyone is claiming no one can know who that was.
Everyone knows it's him.
Right. So when that happened last year, Jim McElwain, the head coach, said, "Oh, what? No, me? I have no idea how that happened." And so questions were raised. What if he did know? Wouldn't that kind of be like one of the most egregious
Why are we still
spying
talking
things that have
about
ever
this?
happened?
Why are we still talking about this? I'm told by the Michigan fans that it only still lives because us just jealous Buckeye fans keep bringing it up.
Well, today, head coach, this is from CMU_football on Twitter, 20 minutes ago, head coach Jim McElwain to retire after 4 decades coaching college football.
I see. So he's just coincidentally, he's under investigation, him specifically.
Yes.
Under investigation by the NCAA because he used to be a Michigan staffer. Could there be a connection there? Did he actually allow Connor Stalions on the sideline? Did he know about this? And just happenstance, he's retiring in the midst of all of this. Okay, sure, whatever.
Sure. So whatever you want to believe
jealous
there.
Buckeye fans bringing up fake news again, I guess.
No, and again, we know everybody knew this stuff going into last year, and you still lost to Michigan, right?
Yeah,
no one to blame. No one to blame but ourselves
absolving
for
the
that.
Buckeyes of that.
But the idea that Michigan did this without, like, that the last 3 years they had of Harbaugh were just, that was just Harbaugh figuring out how to coach again. Get real. Like, you know why that happened. They had a guy who was doing it better than anyone else, cheating. And if you want to say Ohio State has that guy too, if you want to say Texas has that guy, great.
Fine. They're not dumb enough to get caught.
Produce the evidence. And also, did they have anybody who is sneaking onto other teams' sidelines to get information? No. Like that. What are we talking about? And if so, please show your homework. Michigan doesn't care. They got their national championship trophy. They got their, bum-ass football team now that's 5-5. Let them live. I'm just saying that they don't care anymore. They're not going to go looking for any of that. They won, we lost. That's how it works. But the truth is actually the truth. It did happen.
Can I promote something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tonight, special Wednesday edition of Common Man's Basement on the YouTube. So head on YouTube, search Common Man's Basement, hit subscribe, and it's me live in my basement at 8 o'clock. Anything is on the table. You can ask me anything you want. We've had some programming changes recently here on The Fan. If you want to talk about that, I'll talk about it. Whatever you want. Am I going to rope my daughter into it tonight? It's up to her. I don't know.
Okay.
But she likes to come on and say hello to you guys as well. Maybe I'll read her bedtime story on the show tonight.
Okay. Well, that could be a bedtime story for the audience as well.
That's right.
Well, I'm saying, you could tuck yourself in and then put the live stream on and then just have Common Man read you a bedtime story.
8 o'clock tonight on the YouTube. I was inspired today. Buckeyes getting ready for Indiana. It's their biggest game ever. And I was inspired to write a song about Indiana. They're one state over, but I don't think we have a ton in common. At least I don't.
Oh, Indiana, yeah. There are parts of Ohio and Indiana that are very similar, but it does feel like culturally it's a very different vibe in Indiana than it is Ohio.
Right. I'm sure they feel the same way about us, but I decided, I thought maybe bluegrass or something like that would capture the tone of the state of Indiana. So here's a little ditty that I wrote about the Hoosier State.
Indiana is the Hoosier State. They're known for many things. Football hasn't been one of them. They ain't never won no rings. 6 vice presidents hail from the state. The last one was Mike Pence. Michael Jackson is from Gary. Touching kiddos a serious offense. Don't catch a fish with your bare hands. It's against the law. Bobby Knight was the king of the world. Punched a player in the jaw. Oh, Indiana, it's the Hoosier State. Oh, Indiana, their football ain't so great. Jimmy Irsay swerving all over the road. God, I think he's drunk. Dead woman living in his house. Pharmaceuticals in his trunk. camp, singing his songs about the USA. They love their racing at the Indy 500, Tony Stewart's Chevrolet. They love to eat their popping corn, or Redenbacher is their man. Think you got lucky with a new kick. Don't underestimate the Buckeye fan. Oh, Indiana is the Hoosier state. Oh, Indiana, their football ain't so great. Oh, Indiana, it's the Hoosier state. Oh, Indiana, their football ain't so great.
What do you think, Boner?
That's great. Actually, you know what? Has some pretty good
picking.
Yeah, it's got some good picking.
Good picking.
It's real country music. It's not like this, pop radio crap they're putting out now. They're calling country music. Nothing like that. This is
right,
good.
There's one thing I know. It's country music.
That's right.
One thing I know.
You and the algo.
Plug sheet for tomorrow. Dean Evison will be on Morning Juice at 7:33. Paul Feinbaum will be on Bishop and Friends at 10:33. And Zach Wierenski do a little Hockey and Hounds with Rothman and Ice, or Rothman and whoever is in for Ice because he's got the vid at 2:05.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just sad. I think of, Matty Ice sitting at home. Where he's just sitting at home, laying at home, pantsless, on his leather couch, privates sticking to it.
You're really thinking about this.
I'm really.
You are really.
That's what he does. People think that's a gimmick. It's not. When he's laying around the house, he never has any pants or underwear on. It is Winnie the Pooh. He's got his shirt and then his genitals hang. That's it.
You know what, though? If that's what he feels good about, it's his house.
That's exactly right.
What do I care?
No. I'm just saying I can't get it out of my mind.
Apparently.
This is his kind of day, though. He loves this weather. Overcast, rainy weather.
Me too.
Why does everybody like
gloomy people?
Why do you all like this?
We're gloomy.
Why wouldn't you want to have like a nice sunny day?
No.
Go outside, walk around.
I can see art and everything, Bone. See art in the dark.
You can see art and yeah.
Tree without leaves is beautiful.
That's right. I can't wait for this speech when it's 87 and like a little humid, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, it's what the hell on earth has come for us. Whoever wants to live in this?" You can't see art in everything. You see art in the things you like.
I see art in that too.
No, you don't.
I hate
Stop
that
lying.
art, but
No,
I
you
see
don't.
it.
You don't see art. I see art vandalay.
We need to put a stop to Indiana. Now, I just introduced you to Indiana with a song, but I don't know if you know this, but Indiana is ruining college football, or so says someone involved in college football. Details next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 15-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking two right lanes if you're traveling on westbound 270 on that north outer belt after 315. It will be stop-and-go traffic from 23. And there's a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 from Grandview Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Okay, name? Occupation? Great. You get a brand new Kia. For less than lunch, under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
Is that a turkey?
Of course, we're talking turkey. With event pricing and the Credit Approve-a-thon.
Wow, and new Kias are less than lunch?
Yes, under $5 a day. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day.
Wow, that's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
He just got an EV6 with 0% financing.
Lucky goose.
Turkey.
Turkey, right. But I'd never get approved.
If you've got a job, you ride.
You guys are great.
Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
GreatLakesKia.com.
You're such a ham.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
If it sounds like you've got a screeching pterodactyl in your garage, you don't. Your garage door just sucks. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fix crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. At DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture an oil change that's quick, not rushed. When you hear the bell, feel yourself becoming light as a feather. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No automotive worry, no appointment needed.
Finding something unique at Christmas is tough, or is it? Celebrate the season of giving at Oakland Nursery Specialty Stores. Choose from lovely holiday accents, personable gifts, seasonal treasures, delectable foods, and much more. They feature lifestyle collections, sure to make you and your family's home merry and bright for the season. Enjoy 2 distinctive shopping experiences at both of our specialty stores, Oakland's Inside and Out in New Albany and the Home Store in Dublin. Perfect for Christmas.
I'm Rick Reichard. Get Black Friday pricing now at Reichard Ford, because we're dealing. Everyone knows that Black Friday is a wild time to buy a car. Reichard Ford learned from last year, so we've already dropped our prices. Fresh incentives from Ford have just been announced, so guess what? You want the best Black Friday selection? You want super sale Black Friday pricing? You want to skip the Black Friday insanity? Well, you get all that this week at #1 Reichard Ford. New 2024 F-150s available with 1.9% APR financing. Or get up to $8,000 off of MSRP. Save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Broncos. 100 to choose from. Beat the crowd, save more money, shop the best selection at Reichard Ford's pre-Black Friday sale. The largest volume Ford dealer in Ohio at Route 33 and Hamilton Road, 2 minutes off 270, and at ReichardFord.com. Based on 2023 Ford report for total new retail sales. Cincinnati region offers end 12/2 on approved credit. Come in now, because we're dealing.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Now, Teddy's not here today.
Right.
The Boatman is not here today.
Nope.
So we're at producer number 3, like quarterback 3, and it's Ryan Baker.
I mean, I look at all of our producers as being, outside of, like, Ted is our producer.
I'm not saying he's not capable, but
everybody else is on, like, right there, 1A.
He's QB3.
Just call me Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito? This ain't one of them. Tommy Tuberville. He's a senator now.
Oh, God.
Keep forgetting about that.
He's an idiot.
Well, he says we need to do something about college football. This NIL, it's ruining everything. Now, we can certainly have conversations about that. We should have conversations about that. Getting some sort of national legislation, because every single state law is different and it's confusing. Got it. But he specifically said Indiana is the reason why this system is broken, because Indiana went out in the offseason. They bought all their players. By bought, if you mean got lots of transfers from James Madison.
Right.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, dude.
But this is what we're going to use to prop up your argument? Indiana football?
Right. The basic premise of the fact that we could do better than the current system with college football, everyone agrees with that. Whether you are Republican, Democrat, Green Party, you never watch college football. You watch every college football game. Everyone knows the system sucks, is corrupt, and could be better. The idea that Tommy Tuberville, who, if he's an expert at anything as a senator, the one thing he should be a subject matter expert in is college football. And then he goes in there and says, yeah, the prime example of what's wrong with college football is Indiana. You mean the team that half the SEC has just been saying, and not just the SEC, the entire media structure has been saying, these guys could go undefeated and they shouldn't get into the playoffs. We should let in 6 two-loss teams from the SEC before we let these teams in because Indiana hasn't played anybody. That's the team you're going to cite as ruining college football with all these transfers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand if he doesn't, maybe he doesn't know. Couldn't anybody have had any of these players? Do you think
yes.
Alabama, Texas, Ohio State, and Georgia, all these schools could have called up Curtis Rourke and said, we want you to play quarterback for us next year? They could have had him.
I'm sure these guys are loyal to their former coach and, hey, we know them. We're going. If Ohio State called and said, we want you.
Right.
They're there. They're not going to Indiana. I don't care if they have loyalty to the coaching staff or not.
No.
Everybody had their opportunity to get these guys.
No, again, I sound like I'm gushing about Curt Cignetti. I know he has his flaws as a coach, and I'm hoping that the Buckeyes can expose those and that this team can get the job done against Indiana. But the idea that that's the story, that a senator who's the only guy I'm aware of in the Senate, unless there's someone else I'm forgetting about, who actually coached in the sport, that's the example he's citing. On top of that, to take on the transfer portal and say, oh, that's all screwed up. You can't, you got guys transferring and leaving. They should have to honor their commitment. Oh, do tell, Coach Tuberville. Remember when you were coaching at Texas Tech and you had a bunch of recruits out for dinner? Guys who were trying to figure out if they wanted to come play for you, wanted to commit their time to you. You were signed on the dotted line to that school, and then you left that dinner to take a phone call. This is verified, documented, reported, everything. Got up during the dinner, walked out, took the phone call. It was Cincinnati saying, come on up to be a Bearcat, and he never even came back to pay the bill.
You're right. You're exactly right.
The dinner
You're right.
in the middle of the dinner and said, see ya, I'm out, even though he was signed to a dotted line. So for that guy to tell 17, 18, 19-year-old kids that they should have to honor their commitment for however long, get out of here. You didn't honor yours.
First.
Yeah, this is also the guy, it was when he coached so many places, I'm trying to remember. There was another time where he was coaching, and I think it was when he ended up taking the Auburn gig. But wherever he was prior to that, they asked him about the Auburn job or whatever job it was, and they said, are you interested in that job? And he said, man, I'll tell you what, I'm here. They're going to have to take me out of this school in a pine box because I'm going to die here. I'm a lifer. A week later, he had taken the new job. So don't lecture anybody about it when you aren't about it yourself. Stop it.
And I'm sure the alternative to that is, well, who among us? Who among us wouldn't leave for a better job? And you're right.
Yes.
Who among us wouldn't leave a program like James Madison if you had a Power 5 school saying, we have a car dealership for you to endorse and you can be our starting quarterback?
Yeah. But you know what also?
How is that different?
You know what also? If you are a U.S. senator, I'm sure you can relate to this. The second he gets done being a U.S. senator, do you think he's going to go, well, the people in my district didn't vote for me. The people in my state didn't vote for me. I guess I'll just sit back now and enjoy my private life. No, he's going to get an opportunity to go be a lobbyist or run a big company or, look at all these people that get out of that political game. They end up right back doing something else around it. They don't stay out of it. They don't sit on the sidelines. This guy will go get another job and another job and another job and let him live.
Maybe
he'll
be
able
the
to
grand
do that.
poobah of the NIL.
Sure.
He'll run the entire thing.
I'm sure that's where we're headed. All I'm pointing out is there's nothing wrong with that. Why is it wrong for a 17, 18, 19-year-old to decide, hey, this place that I thought was cool, turns out I don't like it as much as I thought I did. And this place over here is offering me money. Great. Go get it. And if you're saying there should be a rule about that, fine. Sign them to contracts and have it be like the NFL or Major League Baseball or any other sport that has contracts. They don't have a contract right now. They have a scholarship and some money being attached by boosters. That's it.
We'll get there.
I know. And then do it. But just know you're arguing for the system the NCAA has literally fought for 70 years. So don't complain that it hasn't happened. The call's coming from inside the house. That was the NCAA who didn't want that, not the players.
All right, more Wild Card Wednesday fun. Plus, Ray Lewis may be following in Deion Sanders' footsteps. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. And be aware of an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 670 near 3rd Street that's causing some delay. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The holidays are here, and let's face it, it's easy to put on a few extra pounds between the parties, the food, and the stress. But this year, do something different and try semaglutide from Affinity Whole Health. Semaglutide is a game changer for weight loss. It'll help curb cravings and keep your energy up so you can tackle the holidays with ease. If you're thinking about TRT or already on it, they work together for amazing results. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Diamond Cellar is bringing the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 5th through December 7th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Selma Road location. Visit diamondcellar.com/gala to learn more.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. As we head into winter, you don't want to be stuck with old drafty windows making your heating system work overtime. Universal Windows Direct is here to help you keep your house warm and save you money on those energy bills. And here's the best part. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, and there's no limit. On top of that, Universal Windows Direct is offering 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, so you save on all the crunch, all the flavor, all the just-picked goodness you love. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop with new low prices on apples, carrots, lettuce, celery, and more. Enjoy fresh savings on fresh produce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. There may be some confirmation later today, but reports abound that Ohio State starting center Seth McLaughlin suffered an Achilles injury in practice yesterday and could be done for the rest of the season. All of this occurring while the second-ranked Buckeyes are getting ready to host undefeated and fifth-ranked Indiana Saturday. In the MAC tonight, it's Buffalo at Eastern Michigan, Ohio University at Toledo. Central Michigan coach Jim McElwain today announcing that he'll retire at the end of the season. NFL Hall of Fame announcing their semifinalists for the 2025 class, amongst them Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, and Jared Allen. Cleveland Cavaliers will be at home entertaining New Orleans tonight. The 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team at Ohio University tonight. You can hear that game on ESPN Columbus. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card. Apply at bmifcu.org/Visa. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. It is Wild Card Wednesday.
This one comes from Rick Steve's Sex Swing. He says, my Dildaroonies. With Bone's white beard looking similar to Fred Durst's currently, thank you. Which lead singer would you most want to look like of, I guess, any band? P.S. Heading up to Cleveland Friday for the Creed concert, so the only right answer should be Scott Stapp. Hashtag Wildcard Wednesday.
You're a fine American, Sex Swing.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of I'll tell you, I've always thought he's a dashing Meng. Henry Rollins is a guy.
Henry Rollins.
Yeah, I could go with that look.
All right.
If you especially see him back in the 80s, right? I mean, he was, he's I don't want to say he's like a giant guy, but
Are we going back in time?
I think you get him in their prime.
Okay, so anybody in the prime.
Like if you want to be Jove, you don't look like Jove now.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
You look like John Bon Jovi at his prime of his powers.
That's my answer.
I figured it would be.
Or Anthony Kiedis now. Because he's a good-looking guy. He certainly doesn't look like he's a homeless person who lives under a bridge.
By the way, that dude, isn't he dating like a 19-year-old or something?
Let him live, man.
He's 60.
Belichick is doing it.
It's also gross. Also gross. Just pointing out, also weird and gross.
I understand, but you know what? They clearly find something in these people. I don't know if it's the fame or the money or the power or the huge schlongaroon. I have no idea. But they got something going on.
Yeah. Well, again, you know what? I tend to think people always go that route where they look like Anna Nicole Smith and they're like, ugh, she was dating some old rich guy. Ugh, how gross for her. And it's like, how gross for her? She's getting paid. Like she's making money. Also, that old guy, that's gross. That guy's weird. That's a weird dude, is what I'm saying.
He's dead now. So,
yeah,
so
but I'm
is
saying
she.
Belichick is a weird dude. How old is Belichick? In his 70s?
Yeah.
And she's 24?
Hey, man, they have things in common.
They have nothing in common.
They have life goals in common.
You know what they have in common? They have the fact that Bill Belichick has money and she would like some of it. That's what they have. And you know what? I let her live. I don't blame her. I am saying get that cash.
Some women just like older men. They're attracted to older men.
Okay. Are you attracted to someone who's like 50 years older than you? I don't think so. All I'm telling you is I think that's weird.
Here's what I know. When I'm on wife number 2, and it will happen, not of my doing, but of her doing.
Right, yeah.
She'll just get sick of me. I'm not going in my own age bracket. No, I'm not saying I'm going to be 70 with a 20-year-old.
Well, no.
But I'm going to shop in the, I don't want to say junior miss department. That sounds disgusting. You know what I mean.
It does.
You know what I mean, damn it.
What I'm getting to, though, is wouldn't you, okay, this is where it weirds me out. Wouldn't you be sitting there the entire time? You're the 80-year-old who's got the, 20-year-old person.
No, I'm 80. Who cares?
No, but I'm saying if you're that person, aren't you sitting there going like, I don't think she's just enjoying our ribald conversations and wonderful nights of passion.
You just don't care.
I'm guessing, right. I know you don't care, and I think that's weird. I think that's very odd.
But we're not there yet.
No,
maybe when we get to be that age, we also will not care.
One, you are there mentally. You are already living the life of a 7-year-old.
I'm a handsome, sexy guy.
Who likes to be at home before dark and likes to have his food very early. Yes,
that's
I
a
agree.
perk.
That's an old. You're being an old man. That's all I'm telling you. It's fine. You're allowed to do that. I'm saying spiritually, you're already there. So me, on the other hand, I'm out banging. I'm out there living life. I'm going out to clubs. I'm seeing bands. Yeah. I read the Rick Steve sex swing, didn't I?
Yeah.
This one comes from Paul. He says, my guys. Paul, if you guys were to assemble a presidential cabinet of WWE personalities, who would you choose? I'm thinking Scott Steiner for Secretary of Education. Numbers don't lie. If you missed the news, Linda McMahon, I believe, is up for a cabinet position. Vince's wife. who's previously run for Senate, I believe.
That's
So
right.
I
She
think
ran
that's
for
the reference
Senate
here.
in the state of California, Connecticut.
Yes.
And according to reports, before the election, like McMahon and Trump would talk weekly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, they knew each other from when he was wrestling, right?
Well, I mean, Trump wasn't wrestling.
He
but
was appearing in
involved.
wrestling matches, is what I should say.
They've known each other for 40 years.
Sure. Okay.
So they apparently would discuss things. So that does not surprise me that Linda would have a spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to say Undertaker for Department of Health and Human Services, just because, I mean, he routinely returns from the dead.
You strike him by lightning, he still doesn't die.
Right. So then that's the guy when in charge of health.
Oh, yes, Undertaker.
Well, I'm sorry to report, it looks like your grandmother passed away recently. And then all of a sudden, Undertaker just shows up and is like, she's here. And then there's Grandma. She's back. He's got mystical powers. So I want that. I think that'd be good.
What about Ultimate Warrior? He's got to do something.
Oh, he's in charge of NASA. Because he's loading the rocket ships with the fuel.
Right now, all the little warriors know that the power of the Ultimate Warrior is something that you want to feel, that you want to taste. It's something that when you turn on that TV screen or when you buy a ticket in those arenas, you know that it's going to be exciting and it might even be a little bit frightening. Because sometimes it becomes hard to breathe. Well, little warriors, take a big deep breath because legends weren't built overnight and legends don't fall easy. There's been one legend, Hercules, that you see me do combat with. He's fallen before the Ultimate Warrior like all the warriors before.
This goes on for another 30 seconds. I'm saying
oh my
press
God.
secretary.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, could you please explain the president's decision to X, Y, and Z? And he's just like, first of all, the president did what he was supposed to do. That's the thing he's supposed to do. He has to do what he has to do. And that's just it. And it's just him with face paint on yelling. Dead.
Steiner, you said education. Which
Yeah.
I agree. Steiner math.
I think you got to put Ted DiBiase in charge of the Treasury,
Well,
don't you?
Of course you do. He's $1 million man.
Yeah, you got to put him. He knows how to handle money.
Sergeant Slaughter's the Secretary of Defense.
Absolutely. That mustache alone will intimidate anyone.
I mean, there's got to be a job for Hogan.
Don't put him in front. Don't put him in charge of the drug enforcement. That wouldn't be good.
Well, can I tell you something? None of these guys.
Well, I know. I think you're just going to have to let that. You know what? We're going to have to lose some agencies. The DEA's or whatever that is, drug enforcement and whatever. That's all gone. Sorry, they all have drugs because they were all using steroids back in the day. What do we do with Stone Cold Steve Austin should be in charge of something, right? Maybe you know what? He should be in charge of FEMA because Stone Cold Steve Austin would show up to a hurricane ravaged area and he'd be like, we got to get some. And he would just go to town.
I got to tell you, you're right.
We got to get this
You're
stuff in here.
You're devastated, right?
Yeah.
You're outside. You're looking at your house. It's been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how your life is going to continue.
Yeah.
Then
he comes out on top of the rubble.
You feel better instantly.
Yeah. He runs down the ramp with his knee braces and is like, I got a crane full of bottled water and I don't know, plane full of wood.
Anybody who wants one, give me a hell yeah.
Right. And then he's getting people building houses. Yeah. It would be back up immediately. I'm trying to think who else.
That's all right. We can do this all day.
No, I want
Let's
to keep
not.
doing it all day.
Schefter says that Ray Lewis is a candidate for the Florida Atlantic job. And then other ESPN reporters came out and said Schefter's wrong, politely, but said there's no truth to the rumor.
I mean, the obvious joke, right? Is that I think if he got the job, he would kill it there. Right? I think that's just where everybody goes. Yeah. Speaking of Adam Schefter, did you see the disturbing news about him today?
No.
He was on a podcast. Oddly enough, not when he was on our show here on The Fan with Rothman and Ice, but...
Oh, how you doing there, Shefty?
Well, Shefty does this all the time where he comes on our station, then a minute later he posts something that would be of note to talk about on our shows, but whatever. I hate him. Anyway, Adam Schefter apparently went on a podcast yesterday or earlier today and was asked, where's the place that you have broken news that was the most odd location to break news? He started giggling for a while, and the host is like, where are we going here? And he then let out the cat out of the bag that he had finished having relations with, as the ladies' man would famously say, ooh, it's a lady. He would have relations with a lady, and then he got a text message about a player getting suspended.
Well, how soon after?
He said it was
when they're
like
smoking a cigarette in the bed.
Said he was laying in the bed immediately after, and he got a text message and started, doing work and doing his job. Right? You know what I mean? Like he's doing all that.
He's doing his job, all right.
Yeah. Oh, there's a job.
He had to finish one job early to get to the next job.
Yeah, I don't need to know that about Adam Schefter.
Well, he was asked the question.
Yeah, but you know what you can do is say, there's time I was on the John. I was sitting on the toilet, and I was just, oops, this guy got traded, and I sent the text, and that was how I broke that news. I don't need to know about you having sex. I don't want to know that Adam Schefter's having sex. I don't care who he's having sex with. I just don't want to see it or think about it or know about it. And now it's burned in my brain.
I will tell anybody who works here this little bit of information. I'm not a caller. I am a texter. However, if you get a text from me, it's a better than 50% chance that I'm sitting and taking a crap.
I'm not surprised.
So when you get like a little bloop, you're like, oh,
I'm not surprised.
He's pinching a loaf.
You're also the person that like someone sends you a text and then it's 12 hours later the response comes in. So that's
sorry, I really should be married to my phone all the time.
Yes, you should.
I have this very important job that I have where I'm on call as a surgeon.
I think Schefter should have went Shannon Sharp style. Just broke the news.
Let me tell you something, Mocho. Oh, yeah.
What's going on in the background there? Is that Carlos Baerga?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
He's honest, though.
Okay.
Ray Lewis, I hope you get the job.
I don't. Why do you want him to get the job?
Why not? Who cares? You know who I hope gets the job?
Who?
Eddie George.
Now that I would be all about. That'd be great. Let's see. This is from Nuckeye Butt, who says, my laser show, guys. Good reference. He said, have you ever watched a game in the shoe from a suite? My buddy's seats are right by them, and every time I look at those, I can't tell what this says. Something, sons of bitches. I can tell that part. There's something else for it. Anyway, with their private bathrooms and copious beer, I get angry and jealous. Definitely a bucket list seat.
I don't begrudge anybody their spot if they got the means to be in the suite or the opportunity. God bless. I'll tell you, I have been invited. I have turned it down.
I've never sat in a suite at the Shoe. I have sat in suites at, and you have too, at Nationwide.
Correct.
And at Value City or the Shot or whatever. But yeah, I've never gone to one at Ohio Stadium. And yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to have to do whatever you have to do to go sit in one of those suites.
Let me ask you a question.
Not about it.
All right. Private luxury suite for any event you want to attend. Music, sports. If it's in the building, let's say Nationwide.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Okay.
You're not hobnobbing with people. It is yours to do with as you wish.
You're saying what would be the event I would pick?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that or anywhere you want to fly for the rest of your life, first class seat.
So I have either unlimited access to a suite or unlimited flights to anywhere I want to go. All the time.
First class.
First class, anytime, all the time?
Yes.
As much as I enjoy going to sporting events and rock concerts, the fact that I can fly anywhere for free and then still go to those. I can still go to a concert, go to a sporting event. I just won't be sitting at the 50-yard line in a suite, right?
That's right.
Okay, but I would get to fly first class to anywhere in the world.
The suite is free too, though. If you choose that,
I know. I'm saying, but the flights are free. I'm limited to what's going to be here. I'm telling you, Mike, if we had an NBA team, I would pick suite because I would be flying out to go watch like NFL games, obviously, but I would really want to watch NBA games too. I want to go to the finals. I want to do all that stuff. We don't have that here.
I don't blame you. Although we may have some new basketball product in close proximity.
Oh,
I'll talk about that next. And Wild Card Wednesday, stupid. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Stop-and-go traffic is causing a 20-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Ebright Road. And we've got a 10-minute slowdown if you're looking to travel eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
The perfect Thanksgiving starts with a Meyer frozen turkey for just 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. Imagine that golden, crispy skin. Ooh, that sounds good.
Stick to the script, please.
Oh, right. Roasted to perfection with fresh rolls, creamy gravy, and a delicious sweet potato casserole. I love those little marshmallows. Sorry. Bring more good to Thanksgiving with a Meyer frozen turkey for 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. That is a good deal.
Limit 1. Exclusions apply. Discount automatically applied when you enter your M-Perks ID. See all deals in store or on the Meyer app.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, it's Anthony. Happy Honda Days are at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 24 and 25 models with no payments for 90 days. And leases starting as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Strike now at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
If your garage door's been up since Doc and Marty McFly hit the big screen, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've been transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about season's free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it Season's Free Things?
You know, Season's Greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's Season's Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4 tire purchase.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little clearing, but windy and colder on this Wednesday. Temperatures around 40 degrees. Overnight will fall back down to the low 30s with scattered snow showers by morning. Could be a few slick spots early in the day. 10 TV weather impact day for the rest of your Thursday because of the wind and the cold. Temperatures in the 30s, wind chills in the 20s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
If Biggie Size was a radio show, this would be it. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Tonight on the YouTube, 8 o'clock, join me live from my basement. If you've never seen me do one of these before, it's great. I sit in my basement. I look at the camera, and I answer your questions. Talk about nonsense. Live tonight, 8 o'clock. Just search Common Man's Basement on YouTube. It's brought to you by our friends at the Lion's Den, who still have not sent me any product.
Oh.
I don't blame them. I blame Evan, the sales guy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
want some dildo-roonies sent to me.
In fairness to Evan, I know that when we've had other products sent from other, companies, they might say like, well, what do you enjoy? Would you like some, like I'm getting, maybe some dips or something, some chip dips?
Fine, I'll take some adult dips.
Well, I'm saying they might ask, like, do you like the sour cream? Do you prefer, which variety do you want? What flavor do you want? And then I'll tell them and they'll send me that. So has he sent you an email saying what sex toys would you like?
No.
Okay, well then maybe you should reach out.
The answer is all.
Send me what you have.
And all.
A big old sampler pack is fine.
Cavs owner Dan Gilbert says he wants a WNBA expansion team in Cleveland.
I'm mad about this. I mean, I'm not totally mad about it. If Cleveland gets one, that would be great. But you know what this does.
What does it do?
This effectively kills the opportunity for Columbus to get one.
Why?
Have you met the NBA? They're not going to put one 3 hours away.
Why? That's rivalry.
Cleveland.
Look at Hell is Real. Look at what that did for Major League Soccer. You put a team down here, you put a team up there, that's rivalry time.
I agree with you, but the NBA, I don't think, understands the basketball power that this state has.
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to help them out because we're not going to have Hell is Real when it comes to Columbus and Cleveland, but we can have Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
Oh, yeah.
We can have the battle for Grandpa's Cheese Barn. That's on the way.
That's right.
That's in the middle. We'll play the game in Worcester. Whatever. Let's go.
I love that. Worcester, nice town, by the way. I like Worcester. All I'm saying is I want a team here. I want a WNBA team here. They did say the expansion fee could be pushing up to $200 million.
Wow.
So you do need someone with some deep pockets who's going to do that.
We got the Haslams here. Come on.
That's right. Well, I know, but the Haslams are like 1 foot here, 1 foot up in Cleveland. So who knows?
Well, Gilbert's got that up there.
Yeah.
All right.
So
he's getting the WNBA up there. So come down here and do it.
I bet you if the Haslams called and said, you know what, we're interested in doing it in Columbus, we'd pay. We'd pay more than what he's paying. I bet they'd win that bid. Because then, the NBA loves nothing more than getting another, and they already are.
They already are. They're with the
owners
Bucks.
At the Bucks, yeah. So now you just got dueling owners saying which one gets what. Obviously, the Haslams, it probably didn't even happen that he puts this out there unless it's been floated to everyone involved saying, hey, does anybody else want to take a crack at this? No? All right, then he's going to throw his hat in the ring.
This is from Mallory.
All right.
You can text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. Do you prefer pizza toppings on top of the cheese or underneath the cheese? We got a pie last night, and they were underneath. Very tasty. Your thoughts? I've had both. It depends on the topping. If we're doing a cup and char pepperoni, it defeats the purpose to be under the cheese. You need that above the cheese so it gets crispy.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think that to a degree matters to me, but ultimately, I think it depends on what kind of pizza you're getting. If you're getting like a bunch of toppings on it and it's not one of those where you're looking for a bunch of char, put the cheese on top underneath. It's all going to the same place.
Yes, if you're looking for a cheese-forward pizza, you probably want the toppings underneath the cheese.
Yeah. Also, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, I think we got Donato's this weekend, right? Because it was my niece's birthday. She wanted Donato's. And they have 19 million pepperoni on the top of the pizza, which is fine. That's their thing.
Yeah.
That's what you're ordering there. But you can't even really get a peek at the cheese underneath. That's an afterthought.
Yeah.
You're cooking the pepperoni. You don't care about the cheese. It's there as a garnish. If you want a cheese-forward pizza and want to make sure that cheese gets browned properly, toppings under the cheese are the way to go. So to answer your question, Mallory, I like it either way.
Yeah. I have the brain rot now of social media where there was a clip that went viral a few years ago where a woman was like on a video saying, what is wrong? Why didn't they put, where's the cheese? Because she had ordered a Chicago style deep dish pie, like the whatever the right term is. You know what I'm talking about. And she's
they
like,
put the sauce on the top.
Right. And so there's a video of a guy explaining this, like stitched in with her video where she's going, they didn't put any cheese on this pizza. And he's going, it's under the sauce. And she's like, why didn't they put cheese on it? It's under the sauce. I ordered this pizza with cheese. There's no cheese. It's under the sauce. That's literally all I can hear in my head when she's asking about the cheese, because we're already on sauce being on top of pizzas, right? That's a whole other thing. Imagine having your mind blown when you go to New Jersey and you get a tomato pie where there's cheese and sauce just swirled on top of it. It's a whole new
like
world.
a Sicilian cheese underneath.
Yeah, that's right.
On a Sicilian pizza. I like the sauce on top.
Sauce on top's great.
Not every single time, but I think it gives it a nice freshness.
Yeah, I like that. I'm with you.
It's a different cheese experience, though. You're getting more of a gooey cheese pull as opposed to a brown cheese on top. And you know that I love my pies well done.
Yes, of course.
I like that cheese to get brown. Don't neglect it.
I like the caramelization of cheese. I'm with you. Paulie Two-Shirt says, my Martha Stewart MPs. Since Common Man terrified me with locked-in syndrome recently, which if you missed that yesterday, find the podcast. It's there. We talked about that in depth. It got me thinking, which affliction would you actually want? I'm down for a good old-fashioned limp. I want that VIP parking and pity. Pity is very underrated, I hear.
First of all, I already have many afflictions.
Yeah.
I take medication for my afflictions. But if I had to choose another one, I think I would take a big, long facial scar.
Oh, okay.
Because then you look like a tough guy. You can tell the story. You can change the story depending on who you're talking to. It could be a knife fight. Maybe you got into it with Captain Hook. Right. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which
Home
one.
invasion. You beat the guy to death.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what. I mean, again, I'm saying this as a bald, fat man. Like, what other afflictions would I like? They're not the ones I guess I've caused myself. I don't know. I would probably like to be someone, if I had to pick, like, I would lose a digit, like a finger. Not a pinky, not an index or thumb, either ring or middle. Probably ring.
Not middle. Middle would cramp your style.
Yeah, I know. I could no longer double bird. I love to double bird. You know that about me. So then probably lose a ring finger. I think I would like that.
You know what's even worse than the double bird, though? If you get a single bird and then someone else they're trying to do it with the other hand, that's the finger's been amputated.
Yeah.
That's just the serious.
Oh, yeah. It's like, listen, this is gone, but you know what I'm saying. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is from Chip Dip, who says, my droopy sack. When I watch Fan TV, I've noticed that Common Man adjusts his microphone a lot, but Bone doesn't. Is this because he feels the need to adjust something and he's uncomfortable touching pee-pee in front of the cameras? Hashtag VolleyBucks play Washington Friday at 7. Always promoting women's volleyball. Good job, Chip.
It's a fidget. I'm more of a fidgety guy. I talk with my hands a lot.
Right.
And so that's just sort of a natural extension, is that I'm fidgeting with this. It really serves no purpose.
I often try to avoid, like I have tried purposely over the years in my radio career to avoid touching that. And part of it is because I once saw disgraced and now back in the grace, I guess, of radio, former host and now current, Craig Carton.
He's got a national TV show, baby.
I know.
You do federal time, you get a TV show.
You scam all your listeners and scam all these people, and you still get a nice giant radio show.
Martha Stewart, they've never been more popular.
I'm telling you, and again, I don't want to do this to you because I think it will hurt everybody's ears with how this all works. That guy, if you've ever watched him on TV, he grabs the microphone arm and he's always yanking, he's moving, he's like leaned over on it, just like, how's it go? I don't know why he does that. I've never understood it. To me, it looks like that makes your job infinitely harder than just sitting and talking.
All right, we have a Fat Boy food tip coming up next. And I'm going to turn the show over to a very angry Timmy Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy had an experience today at one of our favorite places, and he's got to call them out. And they deserve to be called out. Fat Boy food tip next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 15-minute delay due to a crash that's blocking the right lane on westbound 270 on that north outer belt after 315. It will be stop and go from 71. And we've got some more stop and go traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Take advantage of Z-Bart's Black Friday deals all month long. Shield your truck with a Rhino Lining Spray-On Bed Liner, $100 off. Defend against rust and corrosion with undercoating, $50 off. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors. Voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Lindsay Honda clearance.
Factory authorized clearance on most Hondas in stock.
They'll go fast because Lindsay is offering 0% up to 60 months on every 2024 Honda in stock.
That's 0% up to a full 60 months.
It's Black Friday all month long as the clearance begins at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sports book is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news, you can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing scarier than Bone's analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
On campus, all the news and notes you need coming up at 4:48. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer at 5:34 tonight on the YouTubes. Catch me live from my basement. The show is called Common Man's Basement. It's brought to you by the Lion's Den.
Makes sense.
Will feature uncensored conversation. A lot of you say, when's the next uncensored podcast? These are uncensored podcasts, essentially. So join me tonight, live. Perhaps my daughter will be there. My wife will not. I need to have makeup on. Why? Who cares?
I know.
Anyway.
Well, she does.
Tonight, 8 o'clock on YouTube, search Common Man's Basement. Fatboy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right, Timmy's here. He was ranting and raving earlier today. Now, normally when Timmy rants and raves, it's much ado about nothing. He's very upset about something that a normal person would not be upset about.
Come on.
However, in a situation like this, I'm giving you the floor. I want you to appropriately shame one of our favorite places because you and me, Timmy, are super fans of Krispy Kreme.
Right.
But they've let me down time and time again. Just recently, I was at a location. They didn't have any original glazed donuts. How?
Doesn't
And
make
Timmy,
sense.
you had a similar experience today.
My goodness, yes. So had an opportunity didn't get to see Jack last night because I was here late for Buckeye basketball working. So I wanted to take my son to breakfast. Do you remember how fun that was? Skip the bus ride, go to breakfast with mom or dad, wherever you want.
That never happened
then
to me
go
ever.
to school later. So he picks Krispy Kreme, one of his favorite spots, right? And we got this nice, sparkling new location bone right there on Hilliard Rome Road. It's nice. They got the white tile, the green and red accents, the glass there so you could see the patented conveyor of goo that my wife wants to ride through naked one day. They got it all. It's great. And what happens, I go in there, haven't been in the front of the store for a month or so. You had gone through the drive-thru the last couple times. The front is 80% of it is gone. They had a lot of nice tables and chairs and booths there, a little gift rack where you could buy hats or mugs or whatever. And all that is just being used for racks for them stacking dozens and dozens of donuts. And they're all misplaced. They're not even neatly organized. There's tables and some trash everywhere. It just looked awful. But that's not even the kicker. It's 7:30 in the morning. You ask for original glazed donuts. They don't have any. None. They're spending all day like making all the Boston creams or whatever. Nobody wants those. I want the original glazed. And then what they do is they sell me for full price a baker's dozen of donuts from yesterday. Day-old donuts.
Did they tell you it was from yesterday?
Did not tell me. I had to go back up there because they didn't have any napkins. And I just wanted to hear the person say it. I said, so those donuts, were they made today? Oh, no. The ones in the case there, they were all made yesterday. And I just said, interesting. And I just went back. And I don't do this. I went home, I got on the corporate email thing and just started jamming away. Just started typing into that thing and everything that went on.
Timmy, this was my fear, though, because they were inconsistent before at best. All right? That location off of Sawmill has always been bad. But now, not only do you have to make donuts for the local Kroger stores that would sell them in the stores, now you have this partnership with McDonald's where every single McDonald's location has to have Krispy Kreme. They're going to get to the point where they're too busy making all of that crap. They have none for the actual customers that show up in the shop.
The fact that you built a store like this and then ruined the front of it to make it look like back of house, a part of a restaurant that you should never see. The public should never see that. It was dirty. It was unsightly. It just made me feel bad to be there. You know what? We say this because we hold the Krispy Kreme brand in high regard.
You and I are super fans, Timmy.
It means something in this country. To make Krispy Kreme donuts, when done properly, there might not be anything better on earth. They're that good.
Can I offer a few counterpoints to what you're saying? One.
Why?
Well, no, because I have a few. One, your complaint is that they didn't have donuts, and then you said they sold you a dozen donuts. They did have donuts.
They were crap.
I get it.
They sold me old donuts. That's unacceptable.
That leads to my second point.
Unacceptable.
That leads to my second point. When is Krispy Kreme the best? When? When are they best?
When they're hot and fresh.
Right.
But even if they're a couple hours old, I've talked about it. When they harden and become smooth, they're still really good.
Tell you what, I can go to a McDonald's and get a Whopper Whopper. I can get a Big Mac from 2 weeks ago, and it's probably still good. All that stuff's got all the preservatives in it.
Sure.
That's a sign of a real restaurant. It can be sitting out on nothing and still be great. Maybe, here's the thing.
Just so disappointing.
I agree. Now, what I will say is, unlike Krispy Kreme, because I have had, we both, Mike and I love Popeyes. I know, Timmy, you enjoy a Popeyes. Popeyes get your order wrong routinely. However, unlike Krispy Kreme, you can sometimes get a positive error at Popeyes.
That's right. I've gotten like 9 tenders before.
Yes. You'll never come out of Krispy Kreme going like, did I get 27 donuts when I only ordered 6? Like, they'll never do that for you. They will, however, just one day be like, oh, sorry, we made donuts for every McDonald's in the city. We don't have 12 fresh donuts for you, though, sir. Sorry, you and your kid are just going to have to pound sand.
If you think it can't go away, you're wrong. We had Krispy Kremes in the Chicagoland area back when I was banging. They're all gone now.
Yeah.
They're all gone. And the people like me and Timmy are the ones keeping you afloat because we have a bad experience, but we continue to come back because we know how wonderful your product is.
We like them too much.
Just think of the random person who says, I don't really get Krispy Kreme too often, but you know what? That does sound good. I'm going to go pick one up. And then they have an experience like that. They don't come back. Then your stores close, and then the corporate bean counters will say, I guess nobody's eating sugar anymore. We can't sell donuts in Columbus. No, you can't sell donuts because your customer service sucks.
Yeah. You might take this as bashing, but it's really the opposite. It's really
no.
We want you to be successful.
It's constructive criticism, so you'll actually do what's necessary to please your customers.
This is when we come on a Monday after a Buckeye victory, but it was close and it was a little scary and it was a bad team they beat, but they didn't beat them by enough. And we're like, hey, we are your number one customers here. We love the Buckeyes. We're being critical because we want you to be great. We expect greatness. You and Mike are super fans of Krispy Kreme. You expect greatness, and you're getting nowhere close to their capabilities.
That's a decent analogy.
No, we were having a conversation at the dinner table last night. Samantha said, what's your ideal scenario for eating in a day?
Okay.
I started my day and ended my day.
Wow.
With a warm Krispy Kreme original glazed.
Bookends.
Okay.
That's how much I revere the product.
Well, this is what I'm telling you, is like Krispy Kreme, when done properly, is tremendous. However, like to compare, I go to Tim Hortons quite a bit. And you know what happens at Tim Hortons? I pull up. Do they have one singular donut in their repertoire that compares to a hot and fresh Krispy Kreme?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
But you know what they do have? Every single time I've gone and said, do you have this donut? They're like, yep. Every single time I said, you have this bagel sandwich or breakfast? Yes, we do. We'll make it for you. You have the coffee I like? Yes, we do. Because they, despite maybe they're not as good with the donut, if they're not as nice as Krispy Kreme, that's okay. Because they have it every time.
They have consistency.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a thing that plays in the open of your show every day. Someone came up to me and asked me what the heck that was about at the tailgate last week. When you say, I will rub one on my face. We are having a conversation about Krispy Kremes when they are no longer warm and soft and they become hardened and smooth. And that's what that was about. Giving it a light little feathery touch on the cheek before I eat it.
Thank you, Timmy.
Yeah.
This is not harsh. It needs to be done.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Timmy. It does suck. That's BS.
All the news and notes you need as we go on campus. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the center lane on northbound 270 on the east outer belt between 33 and I-70. And we've got a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Get matched with your perfect bed and save up to $700 on a wide selection of quality mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base with a qualifying purchase. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The holidays are right around the corner. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000.
Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan for details.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now, with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Is your business generating over $1 million a year in revenue? If your financial advisory team isn't keeping pace, maybe it's time for a change. Here's Brad Hennebert with Premier Advisors.
Thanks, Bobby. Our team integrates financial planning and asset management with business accounting and tax preparation. Business owners have planning needs that are unique. We work with you to design a seamless financial services bundle tailored to your business with monthly or quarterly advisory consultations to help guide you along the way. We don't just keep score of what happened last year. Our team combines expert financial planning and wealth management with top-tier tax services, helping businesses like yours build wealth for you. Call us today at 614-524-4888. That's 614-524-4888.
Brad Hennebert is a registered representative offering securities through United Planners Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through TCP Asset Management LLC. Tax services offered through Premier Tax CPAs. United Planners is not affiliated with TCP Asset Management, Premier Advisors, or Premier Tax CPAs.
Bishop and Friends.
You were ahead of the game on Twitter.
Twitter is the most functional for me. If something happens while we're doing a live show, I can hear about it.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change-anxiety. And breathe in automotive peace. Visit us today.
This season, there's a system for every home and budget at Logan Services. Save big with our furnace sale. Payments start at $49 a month for 144 months. Plus, save up to $2,000 on a qualifying train system. Choose from our free stocking stuffers for extra home comfort. And don't forget about tax credits. Schedule your free estimate now and get next day installation with fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Meyer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meyer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meyer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meyer.com for details.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Congratulations to Wilfred Nancy for winning Major League Soccer Coach of the Year. Now, I'm sure he would have liked to, keep playing.
Well, yeah, the playoff loss was extremely disappointing. I'm sure for him and it was for me as a Crew fan. But
it was an excellent regular season. Congratulations on the award.
Yeah, they set records for the team. They obviously have been one of the best teams the last 2 years since he got here. No coincidence. He took over, and they have gone right back to the top of the league. So, yeah, well-deserved for him, and congrats to Wilfried Nancy. No one else should have won it.
All the news and notes you need as we go on campus. Hit it.
Common Man and T-Bones. On campus, the latest college sports news and notes.
Sponsored by Reverse Aesthetics. Does it jiggle or shake? Yes. Schedule your medical weight loss consultation today at reverse-aesthetics.com.
Bone. Well, man, let's start off with college basketball. Some interesting news. Last night, Purdue, they are a top 10 team. They had won 39 straight regular season non-conference games. However, they played Marquette in a non-conference regular season game.
Marquette.
And Marquette got it done, defeated them 76-58. But how about this? The guy, he didn't even lead the team in scoring. But for Marquette, Cam Jones, a senior who I think maybe even like a fifth-year senior, he had 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists, meaning that's triple-double. The last time a Marquette player had a triple-double was 2003. Some guy named Dwayne Wade apparently had the last triple-double. That was in an NCAA tournament game. So pretty heavy company to be in there. So great to see for them. And, of course, anytime Purdue loses, I'm happy. Not a Purdue guy, so let him live. Cam Jones, awesome in that game. Let him live. Also, how about this from college basketball? Kansas City. It's technically the University of Missouri at Kansas City. They set a bunch of records last night in their game. Now, they played a game where they went up against Calvary University.
Who?
Yeah. Calvary University is a Division II school that competes in the NCCAA, which is the National Christian College Athletic Association.
All right.
Their players are non-scholarship. So they are obviously going up against Kansas City is a Division I school. This is a non-Division I school that does not have scholarship players. The score, however, was still pretty bad. 119-19.
Wow.
Yeah, that's no good. Now, I want you to hear the quotes from Kansas City coach Marvin Menzies, who somehow said all of this with a straight face about his team winning by 100 points. And again, why you even schedule this game, I have no idea. Here's what he said. I want to pay a compliment to my guys for staying within themselves and not getting caught up in the score. Once the game was obviously out of control, then we wanted to do some specific things and work on some things. But also, I wanted to make sure the guys didn't take this team lightly in the sense of approaching the game in a way where it's not an honor and a privilege to be able to play. Yeah, you keep score, you play for wins. But once that's decided, you have to play for the respect of the game.
All right, here's what you say. I don't know how we scheduled this game. This game benefited no one. It didn't benefit us. It didn't benefit them. And it certainly didn't benefit the people that showed up to watch this product.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure in the future that we don't schedule games like this.
Well, you know what? He might want to talk to the guy who scheduled this game and the one that was scheduled just 12 days ago on November 8th when they beat Kansas Christian by 88 points.
This is just stupid.
What are you doing?
This is just stupid.
This guy should be fired just for having no awareness of like how this sport should work.
And you know what? At a program like this, he's probably the one scheduling these
I know
schools.
he is. I'm sure he is. And that's just a joke. So here's all the records they set in this joke of a game. 37 first half rebounds. That's a record for Kansas City. 100-point win, the largest margin of victory in school history, beating the record they set 2 weeks ago when they played Kansas Christian when won 88 points. The 19 points that Calvary scored is the fewest ever allowed by a Kansas City opponent, beating a record that was previously 23 points. Rockhurst, whoever that is, they played them in 1983. Kansas City had 30 steals in the win, the most in the school history, 8 more than the previous record set in 2014. They also made 18 three-pointers, a new record for made threes in a game, beating their previous record of 17 made versus Southern Utah in 2003. So, what a joke. I am now found a new program to root against that I knew nothing about, and I will root against them forever. Tyreek Smith transferred from Memphis to Kansas State. College basketball player. He's going to redshirt this season. This is notable because this is his 5th school in 5 seasons.
Man.
He's been at Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, SMU, and now Memphis. He transferred into Memphis after playing at SMU last year. He was okay at Memphis or at SMU last year, 8 points, 5 rebounds, transferred into Memphis. Then a few weeks ago, sat out their opener because he said there was a dispute with NIL. And now that dispute apparently has gone all the way to the Hamptons. So he's out there and will be headed off to Kansas State.
The Pac-12 has hired a firm to get them a media deal. Now, this is, the new trying to survive Pac-12. They're apparently resigned to the fact that they'll have to play on non-traditional days. Yes, you will. You're going to have to be MAC, right? If they want you on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night, if that's your only shot at getting on ESPN or CBS Sports Network or something, then you got to make that deal.
Yeah. You don't have USC, you don't have UCLA, you don't have Oregon or Washington anymore.
No, you have numbers, so. you have schools that have signed on to you. You are the Mountain West and the WAC with a fancier name. That's what you are.
Yeah, and I guess if you want to keep the brand alive, great. But you know what? It's a little bit like when one of those prestige brands that everybody enjoys, like that makes, I don't know, some piece of kitchen equipment or a motorcycle company or something where like they sell the factory off to another giant company. They keep the name and branding, but all the people who used to make those things are gone. You know that you're buying a different product now, right?
Yes.
Or at least most people do who are fans of that brand. Pac-12 fans now know, they're like, oh yeah, we're getting this generic version of what the Pac-12 was. All those fans have left other than the 2 schools that stayed. No one else is watching that conference.
All right, it's Wild Card Wednesday. More of that nonsense. Plus, I have a baffling story to share with you. I'm confused by this. We'll discuss it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. And watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on northbound 71 on the north side after 670. Police are on scene causing some delay. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promenic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture expert technicians who are quick but not rushed. When you hear the bell, breathe in and out. Now, let go of your oil change-anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today and find automotive peace. No appointment needed.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on run the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and have you back on the road faster than it takes for your fancy designer half-calf, heavy cream, no-whip, mocha latte to get cold. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. There may be some clarity later this evening, I should say, regarding the reported injury of Ohio State center Seth McLaughlin. According to reports, he suffered an Achilles injury in practice yesterday. This is the second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes are getting ready to host undefeated and fifth-ranked Indiana on Saturday. Mid-American Conference tonight, Ohio University at Toledo. Buffalo is at Eastern Michigan. A Hall of Fame today announcing their semifinalists for the 2025 class. Among them, Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, and Jared Allen. After suffering their first defeat of the year last night in Boston, Cleveland Cavaliers at home in New Orleans tonight. And the 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team playing at Ohio University tonight, 7 o'clock tip on ESPN Columbus. This update brought to you by Valley Ford of Columbus, your connection for the best selection of Ford Broncos and Bronco sports. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Uncomfortably talking about food.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This is Man and Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically the 12,000 square foot ESPN Bet Sportsbook. That's where all the action is. They have 2 huge walls of TVs. Why sit on your couch? It's such an impersonal experience. You want to be where the action is if you're going to put some money on the ponies. Or the modern equivalent of that.
Sports that don't involve horses at all.
Yes, but if you want to put money on the ponies, you can.
Oh.
They still do greyhound racing?
You know what? I think they've kind of gone away from the greyhound racing, Mike.
Maybe,
I think that's a thing that...
maybe no dog fighting or cockfighting, but ponies, yes. And it's all available to you. Hollywood Casino Columbus, ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, that would be my turn to.
No, let me do this story first.
Okay,
and then gather some wild cards. You can also text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Explain something to me.
Okay,
Jay Leno. Yes. I believe everybody in our listening audience knows who Jay Leno is, even if you're a younger person.
Yeah, a longtime host of the Tonight Show. For those not aware,
conservatively has $200 million. Okay?
He may have a garage full of cars worth $200 million.
I am giving you a conservative number.
You're right. He is, for people who don't know, he has famously said all the years he was the host of The Tonight Show, where he made tens of millions of dollars a year, he said he never touched a dime of that, and he lived off the money he made as a stand-up comic from when he was, back in the late 70s, early 80s. He made a lot of money doing that, too. And he says that's what he's been living off of. All the rest of it's just been in the bank, and he hasn't touched any of it.
All right, Jay Leno, conservatively has $200 million, is in his mid-70s, has been upfront with the fact that his wife of many years has dementia, and he is her primary caregiver at this point in their life.
Okay.
He was 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night because he was doing a show.
Okay.
Okay. So he's in what I will say suburban Pittsburgh. That's generous, but I'll give it to you.
Sure.
Suburban Pittsburgh. He was staying at a Hampton Inn. The only reasonable explanation is if he rented out the entire Hampton Inn. What the hell are you doing if you're Jay Leno? Look, I like the Hampton Inn.
I like it too.
Okay, I'm not knocking on the Hampton Inn.
They're nice places.
I'm not in my mid-70s and have $200 million. Okay?
Yeah, to your point, you would think Jay Leno has the type of means that he could just, call up. I'm sure there's services, right, where it's like Airbnb, but for like extraordinarily rich people, or there's just Airbnb and you rent out someone's house and it's like the nicest house.
You can rent the town.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, he's at the Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
He says, I want to get some dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mile and a half to the restaurant that he wants to go to.
Yeah.
He doesn't call a car or get a car. He decides, I'm going to hoof it through the woods.
Yeah.
Outside the Hampton Inn.
Mm-hmm.
He sees an incline that he thinks is not too steep, so he decides, I think I can get down that hill. Instead, he fell 60 feet down the hill, broke his wrist, injured his face to the point where now he is wearing an eye patch. This is also a man who just months ago, while working on a car, set his face on fire. What the hell is happening with Jay Leno?
You know, man, he's I feel like Matthew McConaughey would say this. It's just like, oh, man, he's just out there living life. Like I will say, I'm not a 70-year-old with billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, to your point. But like, I could see myself saying, well, that's not far to walk. I like walking in the woods. I shall try to walk through the woods to get there.
There's so much that's wrong with this bone.
Yeah, I like to walk in I like to walk in parks where there's like clear paths and not you have to forge your way down to get to the Cracker Barrel or wherever he was going.
He's walking on the side of the road. He says, I'm going to take a shortcut through the woods. I know it's a horrible impersonation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if you're like driving in that area, like, is that Jay Leno on the side of the road?
Like, no,
can't be. Is that Jay Leno falling end over end down that hill?
I was going to say it's probably just some like redneck in Pennsylvania who's like, that's not Jay Leno. Watch, I'll push him and see, he'll go falling down. Jay Leno would never fall down, and he just pushes him, and then it's like, see, that's not him.
And again, you can say, well, I have respect for him. He's an everyman. But why?
I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you, again, this is not you. I understand it's not you. There are a lot of people who relate to the idea, who have that type of money, who are like, I know I don't have to, but I have to show you how much I can do. In a way, it's the same weird thing that gets these billionaires who never have to do anything again, who are like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? Risk my life to climb Mount Everest. Why?
You're right. There's something inborn that I don't have.
Because I have to show you that I can top a mountain. You have hundreds of millions or maybe $1 billion, and you're going to, or those people who climbed in that sub to get down to the Titanic. And then, of course, that ended tragically for them, right? Like those guys,
I guess.
The guy had billions of dollars. Why do you want to get in that thing?
I would just, in my pea brain, by the way, he performed 3 hours later.
Well,
he did his show with an eye patch and a cast. And he did pirate noises the entire time.
Right.
But I would think to myself, look, I'm Jay Leno. I'm filthy rich. I have not been home for dinner in 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is having a hard time remembering my name. I'm in my 70s. Maybe I won't go to King of Prussia and stay at the Hampton Inn.
King of Prussia.
I know that's Philadelphia area,
it's a good
not
reference,
Pittsburgh,
though.
but
yeah, you're going to go to Bucks County. Is that where you're going?
Whatever. I'm just saying maybe I don't do it this time.
No, you know what? Your point about him being the primary caregiver, I hadn't factored that in, but that's a solid point. Like if on a serious note, if you have to do that, if that's your life now, that person depends on you. Probably not great to put yourself in harm's way when they need your care. I know he's got the money to hire some people to help, and I'm sure they also help us. I'm sure they have some of that too, right?
I'm quite sure.
Like I'm sure they have people that can help with, what she's going through with dementia. But yeah, that's a solid point. I agree with that.
All right, it is Wild Card Wednesday.
Angela from Angela's Cakes says you get offered to stay at the ultra elite invitation only Cinderella suite at the top of the Magic Kingdom castle. I will explain this to you in a minute. Says, do you do that for the children, or do you pass to avoid the Disney people? So if you're not aware of this suite, it's a 650 square foot suite that was originally planned to be Walt Disney's personal apartment. Whenever he came to Orlando, that's where he would stay. Unfortunately for him, he died before it was completed. It was used as a storage room for a long time. Now they have finished it off, and it looks gorgeous. It is set up like if you were in a castle in that time. It's kind of small, but the only way you can get it is if Disney calls you up and says, you can have this suite for a night. They have turned down $40,000 offers for people who've said, I will pay you whatever it takes to get this suite. They won't let you do it.
I wouldn't want it, though. I'd have a panic attack that once they close those doors, then you're trapped in there.
Why would you?
It's not a regular hotel. You just staying in a room at the top of the castle. What if you can't get out?
That's interesting.
What if you want a Del Taco at 2:00 in the morning? You can't. It's closed.
Okay. You're saying because you're in a closed
You're in
park.
a theme park.
Yeah, you can't just get up and leave.
Right.
If you were, like Jay Leno, you want to walk down to the Applebee's.
Down this hill. I don't know.
Doesn't look that steep to me, I'm just going to try to waltz on down there. I actually have a Jay Leno story I forgot to tell you.
You do?
Yeah. It's not great, but here we go.
Well, thanks for setting it up like that.
We went to Los Angeles. We were touring the houses. We were driving with friends who lived there. We were all in a car. It was a nice day. We had the windows down. We had a little map that showed us, like, this is where this person's house is, this person's house.
Oh, you really did the whole thing,
We did that
huh?
whole stupid tourist thing.
All right.
My wife loves that stuff. So
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, no better way to advertise it than that, my friend. So we are driving up the road that is Jay Leno's drive. Very nice, up in the hills, beautiful landscape, all that stuff. We go past the driveway. We see that we can see part of his house, and we're like, okay, there's where Jay Leno lives. And then we're on to the next place, right? So we turn around and go back down this road. And as we're sitting at the stop sign waiting for the traffic so we could turn and get out of that neighborhood, we see a nice little sports car pull up. Guy has his arm out the window, and it's a blue sleeve rolled up. And then I see the largest human head I've ever seen in my life. And we, as all at the same time, everyone in our car goes, that's Jay Leno. As he's turning by us, he has his window down. We apparently said this so loud, he goes, how's it going, guys? He waved at us and said, how's it going? And then went on up the hill. And we were like, that was Jay Leno. He was in the car. Probably going to AutoZone to get a spark plug or something. Just regular old dude stuff,
Regular old dude stuff, just hiking at the Hampton Inn.
Or maybe he was training with Kevin Eubanks to take on Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman or whatever was going on back then. I'm trying to remember all the matchups.
They actually did that.
Isn't that insane?
I know.
Yeah.
They did. What was I saying? Oh, I would feel like I'd be trapped.
Oh, yeah. The Cinderella thing. I forgot about the Cinderella thing. Yeah. So you wouldn't do it?
No.
Okay. This one, Emma Watson's bottom half gave us some info I didn't know. We were talking about Curtis Rourke earlier and how
Indiana quarterback.
Yeah. Tommy Tuberville had come out and said, we got to stop this NIL crap. Look at all these guys that went to Indiana. They just bought themselves an undefeated football team.
Okay.
Which is stupid because, first of all, half those guys are from James Madison. And if Alabama or Georgia or anybody else wanted them, they probably could have got them because the price would have been right.
Right.
But also, Curtis Rourke, I didn't realize this. He's from Canada. He's from Toronto. And Emma Watson's bottom half, who lives in Canada, said he's Canadian. We know his brother well. He went to IU for more exposure, not money, because as a Canadian player, he cannot accept NIL. And that's true. If you're a player who's not from the U.S., they have rules about how much money you can make while you're working on when you're on a student visa, essentially. So he wouldn't be able to collect hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to go do the NIL thing. He also points out Zach Edey had the same issue at Purdue. He also couldn't collect on NIL. I didn't think of that, but that's correct. So there you go. Good to know.
Good to know.
Here's Man's Droopy Sack, who says, my guys, who do you think is overrated and underrated in terms of hotness? I've always thought Megan Fox is way overrated.
I agree.
And that's going to scratch you right where you are.
I know. I agree.
And that Zendaya is underrated.
Who is Zendaya?
Oh, Zendaya is great.
I mean, I've heard the name.
She's fantastic. She's been in a million things.
How do we spell her name? Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Actress and singer.
You've seen Zendaya.
I have seen her.
She's in Dune. She's in Spider-Man.
Well, she's right up my alley, too.
She's great.
What is she?
What do you mean, what is she?
5'10", too. Lanky.
Lanky?
Lanky, 5'10".
She's not a wide receiver. She's just a person that you could find hot.
I don't know. Is it underrated?
You know what? I got to tell you, I don't find a lot of people to be overrated when it comes to beauty. I'm in awe of a lot of beautiful people. I just go, wow, I've never come across like a really, really hot person that everyone talks about how hot she is and said, oh my gosh, I don't see it. She's ugly as hell. I can see why people find a person attractive, even if I personally don't.
Overrated, I'll go with Julia Roberts. Was never a big fan.
No?
No, too many teeth. Or the illusion of too many teeth.
In her day, she was, you don't think in Pretty Woman she was doing all right?
No. Didn't do it for me.
Has a wide mouth.
Very wide.
Thank you, Baker.
Very wide.
Yeah, I know. You have a thing with wide mouths.
No,
who was, what's her face?
Mandy Moore.
Mandy
But I find her mouth attractive. You know
But
what? I'll say underrated for Mandy Moore.
People sleeping on Mandy Moore?
I think so.
No.
I mean, she's in her 40s now, but I still think she's banging.
Great. What are we talking? Who's sleeping on Mandy Moore?
I think people sleep on Mandy Moore.
No, she's doing great.
All right. Why do you argue with me?
I dare you to move.
What?
It's a song from a Mandy Moore. Never mind.
Have you had a sip of V8, which is the tomato juice, the vegetable juice, and wondered what it would be like with more kick?
Never.
Just say yes.
I mean, yes, Mike.
Yes,
I've been wondering
today,
all the time.
Today may be your day. And more facts about Jay Leno and Mandy Moore. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on the left shoulder of southbound 71. On the north side at Hudson Street, it's causing slower traffic from Morse Road. And we have a 5-minute delay on northbound 270 on the east outer belt between Alum Creek Drive and I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Okay, name? Occupation? Great. You get a brand new Kia for less than lunch, under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
Is that a turkey?
Of course, we're talking turkey. With event pricing and the credit approve-a-thon.
Wow, and new Kias are less than lunch?
Yes, under $5 a day. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day.
Wow, that's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
He just got an EV6 with 0% financing.
Lucky goose.
Turkey.
Turkey, right. But I'd never get approved.
If you've got a job, you ride.
You guys are great.
Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
GreatLakesKia.com.
You're such a ham.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, frozen grade A Kroger brand turkey is 49 cents a pound with your card and digital coupon and an additional $25 purchase. Limit 1. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set the second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
If your garage door is as rickety as your great Aunt Susan playing pickleball, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Bob and Teresa Capace here at Worthington Jewelers. Thinking of proposing this holiday season? Find the perfect ring to capture your love.
Family owned for 25 years with over 1,500 styles and a relaxed, no-pressure atmosphere.
Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
Combat falling interest rates now. Lock in a 7-month certificate from Kemba Financial Credit Union and earn up to 4.5% annual percentage yield. Visit Kemba.org for details. Hurry! This exceptional rate offer expires December 31st, 2024. APY equals annual percentage yield. Restrictions apply. $500 minimum deposit required to open and earn stated APY and $250,000 maximum deposit. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me.
Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Is thinning hair or a receding hairline making you self-conscious? Try Hair Grow from New Nordic. Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start feeling your best with Hair Grow.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little clearing on this Wednesday, otherwise windy and colder temperatures around 40 degrees. Overnight, we'll drop back down to the low 30s with scattered snow showers by Thursday morning. A few slick spots early on, otherwise windy and colder temperatures in the 30s during the day. On Thursday, wind chills in the 20s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Off topic is on brand. This is Man and Bone.
It's Wild Card Wednesday. Tweet the program at Man and Bone 971. Text the program 614-787-3093. Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these places, they do wacky things like, hey, give this gift for the holidays. And Pizza Hut has decided to come out with some tomato wine.
Okay.
Not grape wine.
Okay.
No, this is made from tomatoes. They have told Food and Wine magazine it captures the essence of your favorite slice in every sip.
All right.
The holidays are a time for many gatherings, but often the gift of a bottle of wine can feel expected. Why not be the one to bring the pizza party with a gift of pizza wine from Pizza Hut? Maybe because it really, really sucks. Like, how could this taste?
Well, right. I mean, I understand how alcohol production works. Like, you take something that has sugars in it. The sugars then can feed, yeast, and then that
Good
can
bacteria, it ferments.
Yeah,
yes.
it ferments. You can eventually make alcohol out of it. You can do this with lots of different vegetables and products. But like how we have things that are made from, like vodka is made from potatoes. Am I wrong? Wine obviously made from grapes. You have like bourbons and whiskeys that are made from grains.
Wheats, yeah.
What I'm saying is somewhere along, and we have tomato juice, to your point, as you brought up with the teas. People have been using tomatoes and ingesting them, drinking them, making liquids and sauces from them for generations, centuries. No, I'm sure at some point someone was like, hey, what if we, we're doing with the potatoes and the grapes? What if we did that with tomatoes? And they're like, yeah, I love tomatoes. All the sauces we make are awesome. Let's do that. Bet they did. And then I bet it sucked. And they said, never again. We're not doing that. So, yeah, I'm sure you can make it. I'm sure it's also not great.
Meanwhile, Coca-Cola has some new holiday flavors. Are you excited about apple Fanta?
You know what? I don't think I've ever had an apple soda.
Apple Fanta. No, I mean, I've had carbonated cider.
Yeah. Well, you have? I mean, I've had alcohol cider, like a beer that's a cider with that apple flavoring in it.
Like my brother-in-law doesn't drink wine, doesn't drink alcohol.
Okay.
So he likes to be able to toast. So we buy like this carbonated cidery thing.
Okay. I guess I have had a sparkling cider now that you say that. You're right. I totally forgot those exist.
Also, winter spiced cranberry Sprite, which I tried.
Oh, and?
And I thought it was good.
Yeah, I have had some of the Sprite combos that they've done where they've put other flavorings in Sprite. I have actually enjoyed. So Because these are at like the freestyle machines. Is that right?
Well, there was also a can of the cranberry Sprite. I mean, they exist.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Jen Winters gave it to me as a gift. Which, by the way, I bought your Christmas gift last night.
I bought your Christmas gift, part of it, today.
Today?
Yeah.
Baker?
Yeah.
We don't exchange gifts, but if we did...
I put a big order in over the weekend, so all the stuff's coming now.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Oh, you got us gifts?
That's
everybody.
Good. That's great.
Oh, well, then I got to get you a gift.
Is it from, let me ask you, did you order it from Sheetz? Because if so, I'm excited.
I do know you like those flatbreads, but that was not it.
Oh, okay. Well, I look forward to finding out what the gifts are.
Ryan Baker, if you're not familiar, walks around with a big, giant bag of candy all the time.
And usually from Sheetz. But I'm sure you're not limited to Sheetz. I'm sure you're a free agent. Go where you want.
I'm equal opportunity.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, I usually just get you like a bottle of booze.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to do that.
Oh, okay.
And get you something else.
See,
it's a big year for Bone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Why?
I don't know how many more years you got.
Just in general?
Just in general, yeah.
You know
all
what?
of us.
I got you. I don't want to ruin anything. I got you a bottle of booze, too. The other stuff hasn't been ordered yet, but I have selections made. So I just have to order it, get it here.
I will say this about my booze selection for you.
Okay.
It's not anything I've gotten you before.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottle is extremely obnoxious.
I really like this. This is great. I'm very excited about this.
Extremely obnoxious.
The bottle I got for you, I think you may never drink the stuff that's in the bottle that I bought you.
I never drink the stuff that's in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Hut wine.
That's right.
I mean,
Baker,
I'd give it a
shot. We talked about this ahead of time. I was trying to play it cool this whole segment, not give it away.
All right, Wild Card Wednesday. By the way, I thought of this during the break. Zendaya?
Yeah.
If she's on Instagram, would her handle be Zendaya Graham?
That's so stupid. So
you
dumb.
laugh
It's
at
so
it.
dumb, but it's so good.
Zendaya Graham.
All right, here we go. Dustin says, my Solana Papadillas. Lately, the CW has been spending basically their pocket change on TV game shows such as Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit. News to me. I never watched the CW. I didn't know they were doing that, but let them live.
They're very cheap to produce.
Sure. What unoriginal game show would you like to see made into a cheap TV show? Operation, Monopoly, Checkers,
board game, not game show.
No, he said what unoriginal game show? Oh,
board game is what he means.
Well, he said unoriginal game, but
okay, all right.
Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit are not board games. I wouldn't consider those board games, right? They're just games you play.
All right, I'm going to say Operation, but instead of just a little buzz, you actually get electrocuted.
Oh, I like that.
Like it's a pretty severe shock, like the fence in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's good. Have you ever watched people play? I think there's like variations of this game. I think it's called Spit is one version of it. No, it's a card game. No. And all you do is like if someone lays down. I think you can play them with Uno cards. I'm trying to remember the rules off the top of my head.
I do love Uno.
You can Uno's another one you could do.
Uno's great.
But card games like that, where basically the point of this game, if you have like regular playing cards, is if someone lays down a red card, you have to lay down a red card. Or if they lay down a 6, you can lay down a 6. If you lay down the 6, it can be a black or a red 6, right? Like you can, so you just keep it going, and your goal is to, I think, run out of all the cards or get all the cards. Either way, it is so fast paced. People are just slapping down cards by the time it's done, and I think that would be fun for TV because it is just immensely fast paced. There's screaming, there's yelling. It's a very fun game. Also, Uno is another one that you could get into. People get up and throw the cards. Maybe my family's just weird. But either way, card games like that, I think, would be very good for TV.
Jeff Rimmer loves a good card game.
He has fought people, not over card games, but he's fought like Pete Rose, right? He's done that.
Well, I mean, he took a dive. Pete Rose swung at him, and then he dove to the ground.
In the fetal position.
Yes.
Yes.
Now Rimmer's favorite game to play is a game called Oops, I Crapped My Pants.
Okay.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute delay if you're on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and 33. And there's another 5-minute delay if you need to travel northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to celebrate the holidays, all for $15 and under. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. No limit, plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. And they back it up with a true lifetime warranty. Call them today, 614-502-5220.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
At Buyers Volkswagen, we believe in giving you options. From browsing to buying, shop entirely online at columbusvw.com. Or if you prefer a personal touch, visit us by the airport and work with our friendly brand specialists. During the Volkswagen Signed and Drive event, you can get a new 2024 Volkswagen Atlas for 0.9% for up to 60 months. Online or in person, your exceptional car buying experience awaits at Buyers Volkswagen. Visit columbusvw.com or stop by today. Come see why it's better to buy from Buyers. Offer good on new 2024 Atlas models. Offer to highly qualified with credit score of 800 or better customers who finance through Volkswagen Credit for up to 60 months. See dealer for details. Offer ends 1/2/2025.
Morning Juice.
There's an old saying, Bean, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. My grandma would say that. It's a polite way of saying GTFO.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants to help ease your oil change anxiety with a few moments of automotive peace.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone's Name Drop with the biggest name dropper of them all, Jeff Remmer.
Sponsored by Buyers Imports by the airport.
Every single Wednesday, we talk to our guy. He's our Hall of Famer. He's everybody's Hall of Famer. Legendary television voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. It's Name Dropping with Jeff Remmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hello, Rims.
And good afternoon, Michael. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. All right, I have many questions for you. Let's get to it.
Okay, can I just say a quick thing here, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
And that is, I watched T-Bone today in his assessment of the Buckeyes losing their starting centerman, and that's quite a blow to the football team. But I thought he did a marvelous job. And T-Bone, the next time you're on Channel 10, tell Tom Tuberville to let you talk. He must have spoke 3 minutes before you got a word in.
Thank you. You know what?
Were you on TV today?
I was on. It's the Plus, Mike.
Oh,
I was on 10 TV
no
Plus.
idea.
Yeah, we did a little conversation. You can go see it. It's on the 10 TV YouTube channel. But Rims, coming from a television professional that you have been all these years, I truly appreciate that. That is very nice of you to say. And I will pass your message along to Dom Tuberville.
Please do. He's a good man, but tell him he's got to let you talk once in a while.
Are we done? Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
I don't want company line from you because you're not a company guy anymore. Will you promise me that?
I promise you.
Does David Juracek suck?
I don't think he sucks by any stretch of the imagination, but understand, he's 20 years old. And I'm glad you asked me about Juracek because here I'm name dropping, but I had an extensive conversation today with my good friend, the former president and current broadcaster at Bears, John Davidson. And we talked about Juracek. And understand one thing. As JD said, and I agree because I've worked with a Hall of Fame defenseman for a number of years here in Florida, Dennis Potvin, who doesn't think guys 20 should be playing in the NHL, although he played at 18, but he was an exception. He thinks the players 21, 22 come into their own as a defenseman. It's a tough position to play. That having said, as JD pointed out today, he doesn't believe that National Hockey League players really on the defensive side of things, blue liners, need to play between 250 and 300 games before they really establish themselves. And understand, a kid that was drafted just ahead in New Jersey, Nemec, outstanding young prospect, it was him and then Juracek. He's back in the minors in New Jersey. The players need time to develop, and in this case, obviously, Juracek is not ready for prime time and every night of play.
Yeah, I guess, Rims, that's kind of the tough part there, right? Because I understand what you're saying, that it takes players hundreds of games potentially before they really get their footing. Yet also, he is a very young player. So if you're going to get him playing time at the NHL level, that means he's going to have a lot of bumps. He is going to look bad at times. And I don't really understand the approach here. Well, how much has he played in like the last 2 weeks? It feels like he's barely been out there at all. And then, yeah, he has a couple bad shifts. He doesn't look good. But couldn't that be part of the problem is he's not getting the time? So either you either send him back down if you can, or if you can't, then you got to find a way to get him on the ice, right?
Well, it's a plus that he could go down without having to go on waivers, number one. And if he's not playing, as you pointed out, his last 3 games, he played an average between 8 and 9 minutes. He's better off playing on the number 1 defensive unit, likely will play with another future prospect in Matejchuk, who may be here sooner than later, and playing 20 minutes, 22 minutes, playing the power play, penalty killing, and then learning. That's what he needs. He needs to play, and he's better off playing all the time in the minors. Next question there, big guy.
All right, hold on. Name dropping with Jeff Remmer here on The Fan. Here's my next question.
I've never heard Rims do this in all the years we've done. It's just like, next question.
Well, I got a lot of questions today. Caden Lindstrom had a procedure on his back. We know that the back has been an issue. How worried should we be about this?
Not worried at all. And again, alluding to my conversation today with JD, it's a minor procedure. Why don't we
just call JD? Why are we talking to Rimmer in this segment?
Well, because JD wouldn't give you the names that I drop on a regular basis. That's why. Okay. That's right. Anyway, but, JD's still got some insight because he's still considered a not only broadcaster, but a guy that is a senior advisor for the team. And it's just a minor procedure They hope to get him playing sooner than later. They want him 100%. They knew that he was somewhat damaged when they drafted him, but they knew after visiting with all the doctors and talking to the people up in Canada and Medicine Hat that it wasn't a situation where this was going to be a lingering problem. They are in complete agreement that he will be fine and he will be an important part of the Blue Jackets moving ahead.
Rims, with the Boston Bruins getting rid of their head coach, that's something that happens on the heels of the Jackets taking it to them on Monday night. I mean, that's a little bit of a badge of honor, right? Don't you think the players kind of see that? And I'm sure they don't necessarily want to get someone fired, but they know that result, they were able to put a big hurt on that Boston franchise. And they're a pretty proud franchise, but still, that's got to be a pretty great win for the organization.
Oh, it was a big win for the team. And Boston firing Jim Montgomery, I do not expect him to be out very long. There are 3 or 4 teams, I am told, that are considering coaching changes. And Montgomery's a good coach. Look at his record, an outstanding record. In fact, since going to Boston, he's got the NHL's best coaching record of any in the National Hockey League. I think their problem runs deeper. I think the general manager made a couple of, questionable moves at the start of the season over the summer, and they went with Swayman, and the negotiations continued almost to the night of the first game. And Swayman is not anywhere near the goaltender that he was working alongside Ullmark, who's up in Ottawa, and he too is struggling. He's given up 5 goals in each of his last 3 games. So the Bruins, they're in trouble. Lindholm has not worked out. Zadorov, another free agent signing. They've got some problems in Boston that goes beyond the coach. But as they say in sports, it's easier to replace a coach than all the players.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Friends, Buyers Imports by the Airport. You want to talk about your friends, Rims?
Never, ever do I turn down an opportunity to talk about Buyers Imports right there, as you point out, by the airport. They have everything right now in stock. In fact, I would suggest that you drop by, tell them Rimmer sent you, because if you're looking for a Porsche, an Audi, a Subaru, a Volkswagen, a Polestar, whatever you're looking for, now is the time to take a look. And I'm looking forward to coming up here in a couple of weeks and not only spending time with you, but heading out to the dealership and taking a look at all the new 2025s. If you're looking for a pre-owned or brand new car, head to Buyers Imports by the airport.
They have anything that I want, Rims? Anything?
They have anything you want. You can even check the collection.
All right, I want a 1997 silver Pontiac Grand Prix. Do they have that?
Oh, boy. I'll have to ask Kevin and see if they've got one. Or you know what? If they don't have one, they'll find one for you. The collection buys a number of cars that they feel are worth taking a look at.
I like that. I like that answer. All right, do some name dropping. What do you got?
Well, I did talk to Scotty Bowman today at length. Scotty is over in Tampa, but I guess he had a problem last night watching one of the other games other than the Lightning, after the Lightning, who, by the way, are in Columbus for a game tomorrow night. And we talked about the Blue Jackets. He was asking me about Elvis Merzlikins and what I thought of Merzlikins. And I have to say, that was an outstanding performance on Monday against the Boston Bruins. In fact, he kept them in the game with a number of exceptional saves early when the Bruins tried to get things going. And you know what? I think that Merzlikins is making his best effort to play the kind of goal that the Jackets expected when they signed him to that multi-year contract.
Rims, was that interest? Can we drum up something here? Can we, how interested was he is what I guess I'm asking. Is he kicking the tires?
Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty.
Well, Scotty, number one, is retired. He's 90 years old. He's the winningest coach in the history of the National Hockey League.
He's got more influence. People are talking to Scott. You're talking to him.
Yeah.
I talk to him now, as it turns out, maybe once or twice a month. And we have lengthy conversations. He loves the game. And you know what? He's 91 years old, but he's still got it together. And whatever question you have, whatever question he's got for me, we go a long way in discussing, because we go back a long way from Montreal. We were talking about the Canadians and their 4 straight Stanley Cups in the late 70s when I was up there working their pre- and post-game.
Does he make you feel like a young whippersnapper?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I'm a lot younger. I think I'm 39 now, so yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rims.
Hey, thank you. Not any more questions? What's going on with you?
I'm out of time. We got to go.
Oh, well, you got to get to me earlier.
Okay. Buy rims.
Take care.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is moving slowly and causing a 10-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 71 and Sawmill Road. And you're also going to hit a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Take advantage of Z-Bart's Black Friday deals all month long. Shield your truck with a Rhino Lining Spray-On Bed Liner, $100 off. Defend against rust and corrosion with undercoating, $50 off. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Okay, name? Occupation? Great. You get a brand new Kia. For less than lunch. Under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia. Is
that a turkey?
Of course. We're talking turkey. With event pricing and the credit approve-a-thon.
Wow, and new Kias are less than lunch?
Yes, under $5 a day. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day.
Wow, that's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
He just got an EV6 with 0% financing.
Lucky goose.
Turkey.
Turkey, right. But I'd never get approved.
If you've got a job, you ride.
You guys are great.
Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
GreatLakesKia.com.
You're such a ham.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
The Buckeye Show.
Scarf down the disgusting refrigerated chili dogs. Long story short, I'm missing the Cardale Jones celebrity softball game the next day.
The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light and sponsored by Care Source.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid November 1st through November 30th. See store for details.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get...
Why? It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn, skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
For a
limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Buckeyes Show coming up at the top of the hour. Fine host of the Buckeyes Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Cole.
Oh, you guys. Happy wild card.
Oh, it is wild card time.
Mm-hmm. It is. Let's see here. What do I have? This is from Muggsy's Leaper. Says, my big boys. Have you noticed in the McDonald's app that you have to sign up for double points during breakfast every single time? I hadn't.
No, I haven't either.
And that the bagel hasn't been $3 in months, GTH. Well, that's disappointing. Bagel sandwich is supposed to be, no. It's supposed to be $3. Come on,
it is more expensive for me to eat breakfast at McDonald's than it is for me to eat lunch at McDonald's.
Yeah,
with the price of the meals.
I see what you're saying.
They don't have a $5 meal deal at breakfast.
Yeah,
they should.
Yeah.
They don't.
On the subject of McDonald's, but also Krispy Kreme from earlier, I was talking to Baker in the break, and he was saying that he had gone to a Mickey D's just last week, and one of the trucks was making the deliveries. He was trying to get some Mickey D's breakfast, right? And the truck was blocking the spot.
The drive-thru?
It was just blocking one of the 2 drive-thrus. So the guy could get closer to deliver the donuts.
Right.
It's like, what is happening right here? Come on.
Also, Afternoon Cheese Sauce says this one. He says, my guys. Now, this is like a 2-part tweet, so I'm going to try to follow through. Y'all were asked if you ran for office, what would be one thing you'd change? Driving last night in the fog and today in the rain. Mine would be a yearly review of driving skills. Everyone has a dash cam. You have to submit how you drive in every element. You'd be able to report drivers as well. 3 strikes and your license is suspended until proven you can drive in the elements. 3 suspicions and you never get a license again. So tired of people driving 45, 50 miles an hour on the highway because of a little rain. Go to hell and jail.
I have one. And I think this would be like a 3 strikes, and on the 3rd strike, it's just death penalty at that point.
Okay, great. I'm ready to hear what this is.
I can't take it. I just can't take it anymore. People that have a door held open for them by someone being nice and going out of their way, and they say nothing to them and just walk through like they're expecting you to hold the door.
I agree
They're
with
looking
you.
at their phone.
However,
no thank you, no eye contact.
I had a good experience today. I was at lunch, exiting. There's a guy coming probably about 10 paces away. And I just hold I hold the door.
You're holding.
Yeah.
Right?
You're a good guy.
In reality, it's not doing anything for the guy, but it's just the effort that I'm holding the door.
It's being
for
decent.
him.
It's a society.
He said thank you and then said have a great day.
Oh,
that's
so I got a thank you, and I know that warms your heart, doesn't it?
Denzel Washington touching my heart.
And have a great day.
This is, you know what?
Then we made out behind the dumpster.
My 13-year-old son, Jack, will hold the door open at a hockey. We're leaving the Jackets game,
especially
right?
you should say it to a kid. Especially.
Yeah, of course.
He could hold that door open at a Jackets game, and 30 people could go through it, not saying a damn word.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that this 13-year-old who's wearing Jackets gear is a doorman.
I've seen that happen with my kids
What
too.
are we doing?
They've done that before.
Grab the door, reach your hand out, and grab the door, feel the weight of it, and then keep moving on through.
Every time that's happened to me, when I'm walking through and I see someone holding a door, and it's been like 5 or 6 people have gone through it, I instantly put my hand on the door and I'm like, I got it. You're good. Go ahead and go.
You've done your part.
Yeah.
Now I'll do mine.
And then guess what I'm going to do?
It's a chain.
As soon as I start walking away from the door, I'm going to let go of it and let the next person grab it too.
And someone can say thanks, like, hey, thanks. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. You're holding it open for them. They give a quick, hey, thanks. Next guy comes through. No, first offense, 10 years. Second offense, 50 years. Third, death penalty.
Yeah. We're living in a society. We're supposed to act in a civilized way.
Thank you, George.
I will tell you the one that I would throw people in jail for, and this is no joke. I'll give you like a couple chances, right? I'm going to say 3 strikes, and then you go to jail. That is when you stand in the middle of the aisle in a grocery store, and you're just like, and you're like, sometimes they're not even looking at the items. Like, they're looking at their phone, or they're just off in space, and it's like, you're in the middle of this aisle. Could you, the worst is, it's when you are walking in, and again, I have noticed this like often. You walk into the front door of a grocery store, you get a step inside the door, and are like, all right, time to open up whatever I got here, my purse or my pockets. I'm going to look at my phone. I'm going to stop. It's like you're in the middle of the doorway.
Get out
There's literally
of the way.
A giant building in front of you, but we are in this little choke point of the doorway.
Yeah.
Just move to the side and then look at everything you want.
Bone. We're just living in
People at the I mentioned this a week ago or so. People at the soda fountain machine. They think they're the only person in the world.
Yeah.
6 people could be standing behind you. North Market, busy spot. Everybody's trying to get there to the soda fountain to get a pop or a soda, whatever you call it, regionally, or Coke down south. Get out of the way. The Diet Coke tastes weird. Oh, and the boyfriends in there like, oh, look, they have IBC root beer here. You should have that. You're not drinking the soda. Get to the side. Let her pick. And, hey, get the hell out of the way. You've taken too long.
What is coming up? I love this dementia, but what is coming up on the Buckeye Show?
We got
tonight?
no center. There's no center. Center's gone.
Seth McLaughlin.
Right.
Seth McLaughlin. What do you expect? Show's done.
It's it. No Buckeye Show. You can't.
No Buckeye Show. It's canceled.
Show's over. It's canceled. No. So we'll calm down. We'll figure out what the Buckeyes are going to have to do here with the loss that is real of Seth McLaughlin for potentially the rest of the season. We've gotten Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV, our reporter anchor, out in the field. And tonight is player interviews out at the Woody. So we're hoping she'll be texting. We'll try to get a chime in when we get some player reaction and what's been said, anything about the potential plan sometime during the show. I don't know what time yet, but between 6 and 7, hopefully.
All right, Buckeye Show, Timmy, DeVere, and as T-Bone likes to call her, Nicolette Sheridan will be on the show. Back page.
The back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone. Yes, man. So in Laredo, police there apparently have had to shoot down a report that some alcohol was stolen from Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar. You're not aware.
It was like $1 million worth of booze, right?
Didn't happen.
No?
Well, here's what's happening. So there was a front page story on like USA Today, all these places, People Magazine. They all said over 24,000 bottles of tequila, valued at over, they said, $1 million, was hijacked from 2 trucks in Laredo, and that these guys lost it. They got quotes from these guys saying, yeah, we lost it. I'm sorry. Guy Fieri said, wow, that was a ton of money, bro. Wow. I like
not
it.
Real? Didn't happen?
Well, the police are now saying the trucks were not accounted for initially, but they now found out where they are, and the product was delivered as it was supposed to be. So they said there's nothing that happened. So this is a non-story.
Okay.
But they got, Guy Fieri, Sammy Hagar thought their stuff had been stolen. They own this tequila company together.
Right.
Yeah, apparently it hadn't been, but this got national news. They also said the value of the cargo was only $300,000. Okay. So let them live.
Buckeye Show's next. I will talk to you 8 o'clock on YouTube, Common Man's Basement. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay if you need to use westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt from Westerville to Cleveland Avenue. And we also have slower traffic on northbound 315 between Lane Avenue and North Broadway. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use the promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100. The wild roller coaster of the Buckeye football spread against Indiana keeps changing. Opening up at 9.5, it got all the way up to 13.5. Now back down to 12.5. And tonight, a big one in the MAC of the Ohio Bobcats trying to get in the championship game are a 1.5 underdog at Toledo. For your Prime Sports Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Hey, it's Anthony. Happy Honda Days are at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 24 and 25 models with no payments for 90 days. And leases starting as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Strike now at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
At Pella, we're really proud of our Hideaway hardware technology.
Oh, yeah, that's the super duper fancy stuff where the handles fold all sleek like into the windows.
That's right. Do you guys have Hideaway hardware at your window place, Wilson?
Do we have Hideaway hardware? Oh. No, we don't.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for improving the look of their homes at PellaColumbus.com.
Hi, Timmy Hall here with Ohio State student-athlete, defensive tackle Hero Canoe.
What's up, everyone? Let's talk about something special this holiday season. Nationwide Children's Hospitals Light Up the Lawn campaign.
Join me in Hero and become a hero yourself when you donate to support Nationwide Children's Hospital. The moment you donate, the butterflies on the lawn light up for patients and families to see.
And not only that, with every gift, you are supporting life-saving care and research. Join us in making a difference.
So please, give now at nationwidechildrens.org/give.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything to update your home. Easily create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. With so many styles to choose from, you'll be sure to find plenty of options that you will love. Start your project today and save big on Clearview Cabinetry. Visit Menards.com to view our entire selection of Clearview cabinets today. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4 tire purchase.